Welcome everybody to match day 12 of the Premier League season. It's West Ham United, it's Leeds. Ignore what it says down there, that's a Photoshop problem. We're working through it, we've had many problems on the show today, but we're getting there, people. We are getting there, but importantly, so is Tom. Tom, what's this thing you've got going on here? Have you muted yourself?
Sorry, I muted myself. No, I don't know what's going on there, mate. No.
You don't know?
Apologies. Yeah. I'm all right, mate. I'm all right. How are you doing, mate? You good? You all right there? Yeah?
Very stressed. I'm still working through the technical problems, as you can see on the screen. That will be sorted eventually, people. I do promise. I'm opening Photoshop as we speak to sort that problem out.
I'm working through some stuff over here as well.
Do tell. Pray tell.
I've had to come to terms with it, guys. It's I'm a Leeds fan now. That's all I can say. It's finally happened. Hang on. Oh, right. Thanks. Yeah. Sorry. Yes. Unfortunately. What can I say? I've changed.
Right.
I couldn't be asked to do that. But I'm so sorry, guys. Like I said, I've been up here now. Charlie's been calling me a Northerner for so long. I've had to do it. I've had to become a plastic fan. I've turned into my true form, being the plastic fan. So,
well, I'm glad you finally embraced your roots in the north.
Yeah.
Really started to live up to that, and not only that, we're having a mild Leeds takeover today because if you're a fan of watch-alongs, if you watch them frequently, you'll know all things Leeds. Ed rocks up in the chat fairly frequently. Starts some fights sometimes, but he's going to be starting some fights in a very brief amount of time, actually, on this very live stream, if we can make it to work, which right now I'm not certain we will, but we'll see. Tom, actually, if I could ask you to just message Ed, just ask if he's good to go in, like, say, 5 minutes. But yeah,
he is watching so he can hear us. If you just type in the chat, Ed, just type in the chat.
Do that. Tom, talk to the chat while I try and sort this Photoshop thing out.
Okay. Sorry, guys, don't worry. Quick change. I'm out again. I'm out, guys. Don't worry. It's a quick change. It's a quick change back to normality. How are we all? How are we all doing? Let me just adjust myself. There we go. Beautiful as never. This is why ignoring the group chats. Hi, Cammy. Yes, mate. I do apologise. It's not that I've been asleep, basically. Who is in today? Nice to see you, Alan, Foshizi, Jeffrey, Adrian, Irish Tommy, Rebecca, Peter Mears, Alan, as I've said, Mark Gallagher, Garino, Stevie C. Nice to see you guys. Who else? Will Lunnan, Dave Ben, Phoenix Football Compilations, James Gunn, lovely to see you. Schizo, lovely to see you. Vernon Harvey, James Gunn, I've supported you, Tom, but now I'm Team Jazz. Well, that's just disgusting. There's some things that you can't do. And I wish to put this out now. I don't support this as a thing. I don't want this to be a running feud and joke on the watch along.
I'm just saying it now. Just saying it now.
Plastic Tom. Yeah, exactly. Plastic me. How dare I? It's poor. Martin highlights what's the predictions. We'll get to that in a second, Martin. Don't you worry. We are, like I said, we are a few bits, like minutes behind and whatnot. My Photoshop's decided to completely stop working and won't export, except Charlie's has exported after I sent him the file, which is good. I've just seen that.
We're getting there. We're almost ready.
We're getting there. But yes, lovely to see you all. Can't believe you've had Hopcut jacket. I said I'd do it. This isn't it. What, guys? Just to confirm, it wasn't my jacket. It was my old flatmate Marco Hopcut's jacket. Don't worry, I'm not that much of a turncoat. Obviously, could never be me.
Could never. Loyal as the day is long. Loyal as the day is long. Okay, I think we're actually okay. Now, what I should say is, we're going to go through the lineups in a second. Just once we're with Ed, because that way we can get the full Leeds reaction as well as it to both lineups. Actually, to both lineups. I have no idea. Sometimes I do. Sometimes I don't. Today, I have been in such a tiz that I don't know. I have zero. I haven't even a hint of what's going on. I haven't even a hint apart from you said something about a bench, but I didn't hear what you said. You just sort of went, and then said something about a bench, but I don't even know which bench you said. So, what I would say is, Ed, if you can message the group chat with me and Tom once you're ready and on Discord and you're all good to go. Tom, just while he does that, how you feeling? How's your vibes? Just before Ed gets here, because when I spoke to Ed earlier, I should warn everyone. I said, yeah, you can come on. We'll talk about Leeds. We'll bully Tom. So I'm letting Tom talk now because I don't feel like it's going to happen for much longer of this build-up show.
Yeah, no, it's I'm damned if I do, I'm damned if I don't. Cammy, if you are here, my dad texted me and said it's the Hessel Walk derby, big Hessel Walk derby. But yeah, no, it's look, I've got a lot of Leeds friends. It's I'm screwed if we lose. I'll get the shit ripped into me for the next few weeks. That's fine. We'll take our dues. But no, I'm looking forward to this one. It'll be a good game. Both teams can be Jekyll and Hyde sides. Both teams can score 4 or 5 on their day. Both teams can concede 4 or 5 on their day. So it is going to be a busy night, hopefully, just not a 0-0 draw, which we obviously do not want to see. As for the question marks in the chat about potential beardedness from myself, I tried, all right? I tried. It's
What's the chat saying about your beard?
It's ginger. They're saying they don't know. It's ginger. It's grey. It's different. It's Christmassy, festive. It's shit. What do you want me to say? No, it's going to be good tonight. And obviously the big matchup: Declan Rice versus Calvin Phillips. This is going to be the biggest one of them all.
Fair. Well, what we'll do now is we're going to change to a BRB screen, but you still will be able to hear me, people, while we jump into a chat with Ed, and we'll get the opinions on the lineups, and we'll see Tom get absolutely bullied, we hope. Anyway, Tom, if you want to join me over there in a second. There we go. Isn't this fun? Hello, everyone, by the way. What have we got? Let's just I'm just having a quick gander at the chat now. I can actually see it. Look at that. Look at all the people. Some of whom Tom know, and I hope they bully him. Right. Let's click on here, and then hopefully this should work. Will it? I don't know. Let's find out. I'm going to click over now. If it works, it works. I might have to move people around. Oh, mate, it's almost there. Look at that. It's almost like I know what I'm doing. I don't. I should be clear. I really don't. It's almost like I get paid to do this occasionally. There we go. Let me fix that. Tom, introduce Ed, please. And then Ed, please just say something mean about Tom back. Thank you.
Okay. This is, as I'm sure as you've watched during our watch-alongs, Ed does appear in the chat. That's usually just because myself and Ed went to uni together up in Leeds. Massive Leeds fan. He has his own Leeds channel himself, All Things Leeds. So if you are wanting to have match content, have all things Leeds, as it says in the title, but not just that, like actual good podcasts that he done. I know he worked late some nights up at uni. To produce those and stuff. So if you were, just go and check him out. We'll make sure that I'll stick the link in a second when Ed starts talking, and just go subscribe as well if you haven't already. Some good football content. Now call me a twat.
I'm not going to bully you after that intro. That was a lovely intro. Thank you very much for that.
There you go. There you go.
Yeah, I think I'm like 30 subscribers away from 1.1 thousand. So with 30 people in the live stream right now, go over and sub. We'll get to 1.1 thousand. So
big plays.
Let's do it. Yeah, I need to shoot my shot here.
You need to. It's important. Speaking of shooting shots, actually, because I haven't done it now, and I should do. If you haven't already, now is the perfect time in the month to subscribe. To the Hammers Chat Patreon. Patreon.com/HammersChat. Do go also the link in the chat for All Things Leeds. Click on it, get involved. It's the best time. The beginning of the month is the best time. It's the one where you get the most bang for your buck. You get the 2 Spanish 1 Hammer, which is a podcast I do where we get patrons on. Tom's new show is starting unbelievably soon. If you're there, get hyped for that, because that's about to be a thing that happens. There's also the match day morning shows. There's the tactics previews. There's all of this other nonsense that goes on in there. Mug of tea. It's all good. Get involved if you can. Patreon.com/HammersChat. Now, Ed, as the guest, first of all, welcome. Nice to see you. Which team lineup would you like to see first? Would you like to see Leeds first, or would you like to see West Ham's first? Which would you like to react to first?
Let's go West Ham, because I haven't really had a proper look at that one. We've known the Leeds United lineup for the past 3 days.
Yeah.
Marcel Bielsa says it in his press conferences for some reason.
Oh yeah, of course, yes. How did you feel about that, by the way?
Well,
I personally, I not as a West Ham fan, as a Marcelo Bielsa fan, I loved it. But how did you feel about it as someone who actually supports the football club?
He's done it for years, and it doesn't really seem to have affected results in many ways. There's, we've probably lost more games than won when he has released the lineup in the press conference, but it is what it is. It's Marcelo Bielsa. He's an absolute genius, and we just have to put up with it. We just have to put up with it, really.
Just he does what he does, and you just sort of firm it. That's fair. So this is how West Ham line up. Now, see, I would have said that we knew the reaction, but we don't. Apparently, there's a change, Tom. Fabianski in goal, Kufau, Balbuena, Ogbonna, Cresswell in defence. That looks like a back four to me.
It's a back four. It's bold.
It's bold. Rice and Souček as a double pivot. Fornals, Benrahma and Bowen ahead of them. Sebastian, Haller. Tom, what are your initial feelings?
It's all I've wanted to see for the last few weeks. I'm not going to lie. It's all I've wanted to see. It's the four at the back, fair enough, which is going to be difficult, especially when you're going up against some pacey people and some tricksy people, and Rafinha and Rodrigo. Obviously, Bamford's probably going to cause our centre half some problems. He can be very
said
boisterous.
no one ever.
No, but you don't think he will, and then all of a sudden he pops up with a hat trick. These things just happen. But I think the main thing for us is that we looked really good in space when we were playing with 4 nails in behind the striker and having two wingers either side. It's going to offer a bit more creativity. Unfortunately, though, for me, it's massive to say that Arthur Masuaku's not playing, because I think that's going to be a massive loss for us. How Cresswell is going to do over at left back, I think is going to be a real test for him, obviously, because he's been playing centre half the last few weeks. But no, you add more creativity in the side. You have the extra creative midfielder, and I would expect exactly the same, exactly that tonight is more chances created. We had a problem with finishing the other day, as I'm sure every single person saw. So now, we add in that extra creative player, time to start finishing. But, however, I'm a bit confused because all week we've heard that Issa Diop is supposed to be the new striker for West Ham United coming off the bench, and he's not even on the bench. Craig Dawson's made the bench. I don't get it. I'm confused. The bench is probably the worst bench it's ever been. There is no pace on it. There is absolutely.
How can you
nothing.
say that with Snodgrass there, mate?
Listen, I love me some. I love me some Snodgrass, but look at that bench. I mean, that is just porous. It's just bad.
The bench is Randolph, Fredericks, Johnson, Dawson, Noble, Snodgrass, Manuel Lanzini. Interestingly, just in case you didn't think one right back was enough, let's add a second one in there.
Do you know what? I'd have been tempted after the other day because I thought Sufal was very bad in that second half. I would have been tempted to bring Fredericks in, but obviously the main thing, having Saeed Benrahma start tonight, is absolutely brilliant. So
yeah, but Dawson, who hasn't appeared ever, basically, I think in life, he just I still don't think he exists. I'm still not convinced. I think we might go to the bench at some point and he will just be a floating bib or something. You can't tell me he exists. And then, of course, no striker. Ed, from a Leeds perspective, how do you feel about that lineup?
No, having watched our streams the last few months, our probable thoughts about how we feel about it.
Yeah.
I mean, Benrahma's the one that really catches my eye. We obviously know about him from our time in the Championship, scored against us the last time he played against us, where we drew 1-1 away at Brentford. So he is a good player as Benrahma. That's his first start for you as well, which I'm surprised about. I thought he'd be straight in that starting 11, to be honest. But in terms of everyone else, I obviously know who Declan Rice is. That's going to be an interesting battle. Him and Calvin Phillips. I obviously think Calvin Phillips is better.
Can I just ask for a second? Because again, this is obviously going to be a big talking debate after the game tonight. What is your actual, without saying, Rice is better, because we can all do that. What do you actually think that Calvin Rice does better than Calvin
Rice? That would be an unbelievable player, wouldn't it?
Yeah, that would be. Yeah, let's just do that. Let's just merge the two. But no, what do you think that for people that don't watch Calvin Phillips every single week, I watch him and I think his passing is one of his best aspects, as well as the way he reads the game in front of the back four. But is there anything else, seeing him week in, week out, that you think this is why he should be sort of picked ahead of Rice, say, in the next England team?
No, if I'm going to be honest, I think we know that Phillips and Declan Rice can play alongside each other in the England team. I feel as though Declan Rice has a lot more freedom when he plays for England, and I think he is a very good player as Declan Rice. But I think with Calvin Phillips, for a player like him, he is the best in his role. for a guy who just sits in front of a back four, he pings balls out, he does the defensive work, finds the key passes. I think he is one of the best in his position, for that role. I think, you can put Declan Rice anywhere in defence. He can play centre-back. His reading of the game is superb. I think Declan Rice is a really good player and very versatile. And I think Calvin Phillips, when he plays centre-backs, he is a bit, he's not the same as he is in midfield, really, whereas Declan Rice can play all over the shop. So,
we saw that, didn't we, Charlie, against Everton earlier on in the season. That's what happens when you try to limit what he can do. I will say as well, Calvin Phillips, his set pieces are absolutely unreal as well. Like that's another aspect of his game. But I think, Charlie, we can say probably he's been almost Declan Rice is either asked that he wants to get forward more because he's not really sitting in front of the back four this season. He's trying to look to be a bit more adventurous, which has maybe led to some subpar performances. Whereas, like Ed said, Phillips's job has always been just marshal in front of that back four and ping passes left, right, and centre when it has to be.
Yeah, it's the thing is, Declan is like, his anticipation was one of his stronger suits. Like in the first couple of seasons he played, even though he was playing in midfield, you could see the defensive movement there. You could see him reading the game well enough to be like, okay, I need to be here, I need to be there. But over the last, and to be honest, the only time I've really noticed it is since he scored that one goal that one time. He's been moving further and further forward and trying to get in around the box a lot more. And we've been playing a lot more like him and Souček. I mean, Souček scored last game. He's always getting in and around the box. But Declan Rice isn't very far behind him. And it's almost like when you look at that team, it's almost like you have two box-to-box midfielders in that role as opposed to one sitting deep and one moving forward or anything like that, which is what was happening a lot when Rice first got into the team. And that's kind of interesting because Declan, people don't like it when I say this, but it's not his strongest suit going forward, I don't think. I still think his stronger. I think the problem with him for England is that he is the strongest when he's sat in front of the back four. And for England, there's no point doing that because we're facing teams like Andorra and people like that. So what are you going to do? Play a defensive midfielder against Andorra? Like, what's the actual point here? And so I think that's his problem for England, but he is doing it more and more for West Ham, and I think his range of passing is pretty good. And I think it's getting there, but we'll see. I mean, let's get onto the Leeds lineup because this is where Ed is going to activate. Ed's obviously Ed is a Leeds fan, so he's going to know. Ed, first question I've got for you. You watch the watch-alongs. What do you think I'm going to say about what Leeds United's media team have done to me today?
I ain't got a clue, mate.
They haven't given me. They haven't given me a JPEG. I want my JPEG. They give me this, right? I click on this, it goes to a page. I can't read. I don't want this.
Even worse.
Just give me, like, you see this JPEG they've got here, this thing here. Just give it me. Why do you see that? It's a JPEG. I can click on it. I can make it full if I really want. I can open it in a new tab. Bang, there we go. Look, what is this? What is right now, Ed? I don't know if you have any sway at the club. I don't know if you know people. I don't know if you live near anyone. If you could just go to Ellen Road and shout.
He's been in that media suite a few times. He's got some sway.
There you go. Right, when you're there next time, send them the link to this video, this time code. Mugs, the lot of you. But anyway, we'll go on to the actual lineup. Ed, what do you think about it? Let me zoom in so you can see it and you can read it out. Because that means I don't get all the names wrong like I usually do.
Okay then, so Illan Meslier in goal, the 20-year-old Frenchman who looks like he's about 12 years old. Alioski's probably playing at left back. I mean, first of all, are you guys going two up front tonight? Do you know?
No, one.
It looks like a 4-2-3-1.
Okay, so we'll be going 4-1-4-1 tonight. So Alioski probably at left back, with Dallas at right back. Stuart Dallas is an unbelievable player, can play anywhere.
Stuart Dallas.
Then obviously Liam Cooper and Ayling as the centre backs. Luke Ayling as well, fantastic player. Liam Cooper, I'm not too comfortable with him at the moment because he has been a bit shocking the past few games. League One Liam has returned the past few weeks, in my opinion. I think he has been, a bit shaky in recent games. But then, of course, Calvin Phillips.
But no Cock.
Cock is out for 3 months. He suffered a knee injury, got knee surgery, and Diego Llorente is out as well. If Diego Llorente was fit, he'd be playing.
Isn't it bad when your cock is out for 3 months? That's just poor.
Yeah. I mean, you know all about it, Tom. Your cock's been out for quite a lot more.
Whoa!
But then Calvin Phillips, of course. Jack Harrison didn't do too well in the last game, Jack Harrison, but I think he'll have a good game tonight. And then Rodrigo, obviously the record signing. fantastic player is Rodrigo. I'm sure you know all about him, Tom, from playing FIFA. Fantastic player is Rodrigo. And he'll be at number 10.
He hasn't scored yet, though, this season, has he?
Yeah.
Has he scored?
Yeah, well, he scored against Manchester City. I think that was his first goal. I think he's only scored one, to be fair. Against Man City. He finds it hard to get into the team for some reason. For me, he should be starting every single week. It's the record transfer. He should be starting every week, in my opinion. He's a fantastic player. And then, of course, you got Mateusz Klich, who just seems to never get injured. He's played about 200 games in a row. He's an unbelievable player, is Mateusz Klich. And then Rafinha. Rafinha, very good player. I saw your video on him, Tom, on FIFA.
Yeah, there you go.
His Team of the Week card.
He was very good the other day. He was.
Yeah, he's a very good player. Is Rafinha? I do like the look of him. Got a lot of pace, and then Bamford up front. And you never know what you're going to get with Bamford. He's either going to score a hat trick or he's just going to miss about 50 sitters.
Yeah, that's just him. To be fair, there's a lot that worries me about that team. None more so than, like we said there, Rodrigo and Rafinha, I think, is our biggest threat tonight, Charlie. Whereas I'd say probably Ben Rama up against, or Ben Bowen, I think, maybe giving Gianni Alioski because Alioski does like to get forward at times. Yeah. And he's I don't know what the expression is, but he's one short of a full set or something. The geezer's an absolute mad idiot. Like, he's just... I remember when, Pontus Jansson tried to give him a kiss after scoring a goal or something. He just went nuts. He was not happy with him. But no, it's going to be it's going to be a good game. It's going to be attacking. There's lots of attacking talent actually on show tonight. But it's weird because it's such a Jekyll and Hyde from both teams. I know I've said that word quite a lot the last few weeks, but you don't know what team's going to turn up because we can concede 4.5, we can concede 3.5. But then again, we can go and we can score and we can put 4 past you with ease. It doesn't, it makes no sense as to what's going to happen. Charlie, what are you feeling tonight? I've not heard from you yet. I know you've had a stressful last half an hour setting everything up. What are you feeling tonight?
The stress continues.
Does it?
It does.
Chat, get your score predictions in as well.
Do you know what it is? I'm excited because I do love Marcelo Bielsa. I keep saying it and I keep saying it. He's a lunatic and I'm so here for it. I can't stress that enough.
Top 3 coaches in the world, by the way?
No, definitely not. And Leeds
he's voted in the top 3.
But we'll come back to that.
No.
Small club, small manager. No, I think the thing is like you say, you look at Rafinha, you look at Rodrigo. Bamford on his day does bits. I don't understand why. I've never rated Bamford for love nor money, and yet somehow he does do it on his day. And like this could be his day. I look at our lineup and I'm shocked that we're not playing through at the back because even though Masuaku is out, I didn't understand. Like there was this whole conversation on social media about what should we do. Masuaku's out, this, that, and the other. I thought you just move Cresswell there and put a centre back in. I didn't think it was that deep, to be honest. But we've completely changed formation, it seems, unless Rice moves back into centre back as part of a back 3. Cresswell goes out onto the left, and then you have Souček and Fornals. Unless that is the idea. But if that's a 4-2-3-1, I'm excited because that's kind of almost the exact lineup I would start with. There's 1 or 2 people I would switch around potentially, but outside of that, it's kind of my dream West Ham 11 right now. Whether it works or not, totally different story. I don't know what I'm expecting. I really cannot figure it out whatsoever. I just think, I don't know. It's just it's completely unpredictable for me. So if you're going to score predictions, I'm gonna screw it. 3-2 West Ham. It's going to be there's going
to be lots of goals.
You ready for this? Craig Dawson's going to come on, overhead kick.
No, let's just stop it right there. Let's stop it right there. I think there's going to be goals. I'm going for a cheeky Desmond. I can't do it. My heart is torn in both places. Yeah, exactly. My heart's torn in both places. I'm gonna say 2-2. I think that I think we're going to get put under the cosh early by Leeds. I think they're going to put us on the back foot. I think we're going to have to come back into it in the second half. I don't know how I feel about tonight. I honestly don't. I genuinely, it depends what West Ham turns up. If it's the one that turned up in the first half against United, we could absolutely blitz Leeds. And if it's, a Leeds team that turned up like they did against Villa, they could absolutely blitz us. So I think it's going to be 2-2. Watch it be 0-0 now and not exciting at all. But I think generally it has the hallmarks of a good game. The hallmarks of a good game. What about you, Ed? What are you saying?
Yeah, well, I hope it is going to be a good game. I do think I do feel like, David Moyes and his negative tactics is going to have West Ham sitting back for the majority of the game. Because Leeds will put you really under pressure. Because that's what we do. We just keep on running about. We never sit back. All we do is just go forward and run around. You look at Olivier Giroud after the Chelsea game last week, said that it was the best team he'd played because we just keep on running. We just don't stop running, and that's what a lot of people say. So yeah, it's gonna be an interesting game. I think there will be quite a few goals. I'm gonna go 3-1 Leeds.
Big.
I would have expected nothing less.
We are.
What about the bingo?
A couple of minutes away from kickoff now. It's going to be a good game. Ed, will you join us at halftime to talk about some halftime analysis?
Ed just casually trying to drop in the sub bingo as well, Charlie.
No, but what if there's a first half sub?
This is what our predictions, Ed.
It's more like, actually, that's a good question, right? When will Marcelo Bielsa make his first sub? Do you reckon?
It could be in the 10th minute. If he don't like what he sees, you're coming off the pitch.
No, I think the first sub in the game will come in the 32nd minute. I think there's either going to be an injury or Marcel Bielsa's not going to be happy with something.
I love that.
He hooked that centre back that was playing in Phillips' position, didn't he, a few weeks back because he got a yellow card early doors, and he just hooked him after like 15 minutes. It was like bloody hell.
He did, yeah.
He's just got no fooks given. No fooks given.
Nope, not at all.
Right, what are we doing?
Like I said, thank you, Ed, for coming on. We do appreciate it. Can you please join us at halftime to give some halftime analysis, some cutting analysis of West Ham's faults, and more Tom's faults throughout his performance in the first half. Let us know what he's been doing right, what he's been doing wrong. More the latter, I would prefer, if that would be good. But yeah, we appreciate you for coming on. Remember, everyone, all things Leeds, go check it out. Great Leeds channel. And Ed's just a good dude. So
thank you.
I feel like you should go do that. I feel like you should go do that. But Ed, thank you for joining us. We'll see you at half time.
No worries. See you at half time, buds. All right, in a bit.
Now we are back on the BRB screen. Everyone, get excited. Welcome to the BRB screen. Me and Tom are going to come back in a second. I'm just changing things. This is the technique you get from Charlie. This is the technique you get from Charlie. This is the ability, the sheer unbelievable editing abilities. Do you see that? Did you see that? Did it work? I honestly don't know. I can't.
It did work. I can confirm it did work.
Yes.
I did work. That was good actually. That was. I know. It's been nice to get Ed on because we've been talking about it for doing it for so long, and he'll obviously come back at half time or not. But actually, just getting different fans on. Even usually, we probably would have had a little bit more time, seeing as we were running a little bit late. But that was good.
It's something we should definitely look at, and something we've been talking about with Discord people and stuff like that. There's some things in the works. We'll say there's some things in the works. But one more time, welcome everyone. We have just a minute until kickoff, basically.
Let me just get my.
If you haven't already, do say, hang on, wait, there it is. That's what I was looking for. If you haven't already, Patreon. Now's the time. Beginning of the month is the best time just forever to do it. It's the most bang for your buck. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat. Come get involved. It's a grand old time. Like the Duke of York, he had 10,000 men. And also, just one more time to say hello to everyone in the chat: Alan, Bonnie, Brian, David, Daniel, David, Moyes, hello sir, Elbow 73, Faux Sheezy, Irish Tommy, Jack, James. It was 3 James gone. James Riss, James Thornton, John Bryan, Mark, Mixie, Miriv, Peter, Rebecca, Seaside Hammer, Sean, Steve 50, Teapot Pixie, Vernon Harvey, and Hacky 50. Appreciate it all. Thank you. Welcome. Tom, if you tell me when your begins, I will click go.
I will do. We are about to go to kick off. I'm really worried this evening. And I'll tell you why in just a second. Go. And we're off. We are off. I think the biggest thing for me is like Ed said there, I think they're going to put us under some serious pressure tonight. I think they're going to look to dominate the ball, look to dominate the possession. We need a big Moisey masterclass. I know David Moyes is saying a Ben Rama masterclass, but I think we need a Moisey masterclass because it's going to be a tough game. There's going to be large parts without the ball tonight. And we need to be proactive in the way that we set up and perform tonight. before I say that, there are 194 of you in here. I imagine some of you will dip out just before, potentially right about now, right about kickoff. So if you are new around here, don't forget, do drop a like on the video. We do aim for over 100 likes on each live stream. Obviously helps the channel out. Subscribe if you haven't already to Hammers Chat. The link to the Patreon and all that good stuff is in the description. If you need any stream links for tonight, in the Discord, if you go in, our link to our Discord is in the description. If you go into the hashtag stream link section, Ginge has kindly put in quite a few stream links for you guys tonight. So they're already in there already. So yeah, go get yourself a stream link and go enjoy the game. I know Steve 50, if he's in here, always uses the stream links and he always rates them. So yes, shout out to Big Ginge.
Yeah,
anyway,
there we go. Jim Stebbins, of course. If you see him in the chat, give him a thank you. Thank you, everyone. We'll be here, of course, live throughout the entire game, first half, half-time, when we'll have Ed back to discuss the game so far from both his perspective, that's Leeds and West Ham as well. And then, of course, we will we'll be here for the second half, and then just after full-time, till Gio and Gonzo are ready to go live on their review, in which he will send you all across there, and it will be a grand old time. But yeah, this is a hype match. I can't.
Well, there's a penalty to Leeds already.
Okay, you're significantly behind.
Yeah, I mean, it's a penalty already to Leeds within the first 2 minutes. It was a shocking touch by Sebastian Haller, who Benrahma plays the ball into him. Haller has a wild touch on the halfway line. I don't know who wins the ball back, but Bamford right the way through. Fabianski comes out and sliding down, unfortunately, and just fouls Bamford. It's silly. He takes the yellow card there as well.
Centre backs open like the Red Sea for Patrick.
I'm going to hide the chat as well because I don't want to know what happens.
Like literally straight through. I mean, like the touch from Haller is poor, as you say. But the thing is their midfielder, whoever picks it up, runs straight through our midfield and then one pass straight through both of our centre backs, and they're through so incredibly easily.
Now,
literally
can I just quickly say, Mateusz Klich to step up. 2 penalties in our last 3 matches have been missed. I closed the chat for a reason. I don't want to see what happened. I know I'm slightly ahead of you, Charlie.
That's fine. Feel free to react. It's okay.
Klich steps up. Oh, it's another woeful penalty. What has happened there? The teams just forget how to take penalties against us. What is going on?
That is a real bad penalty.
That is a shocker. The teams forget how to take... Let me just reopen the chat, see what people are saying. Oh, it's a retake. Oh, I've opened the chat at the wrong side. Oh, God. Oh. See, I've had a stinker there. What I've done is I've got way ahead of myself.
You've got about as far ahead of yourself.
Reopened the chat to see people lauding Fabianski and how good he is. And Fabianski are about to just, Leeds are about to go and score. It's
So the VAR is for the goalkeeper being off the line. Fabianski is off the line. Therefore, the retake is going to occur.
So it's Declan Rice. What is he doing there? But it's Declan Rice that's run in as well into the box.
Yeah, and Fabianski's off his line.
Yeah, he's got double bubble. They've given it back to Mateusz Klich as well. Fair enough.
I mean, shades of Asamoah Gyan in the World Cup. Missed one. Will he miss another? What did he score the first one, Gyan, in the World Cup? Do you remember that? Against Uruguay for Ghana.
No idea.
2008, I want to say.
Matt Hayes, Tottenham blog. Ha 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 ha. Typical Hammers. Yeah, all right, mate.
Good to see you.
Come back to us in May when you bottle the league, mate. Jack Attack 1-3 United battered you Hammers. Fair enough. That's absolutely fair enough.
I wouldn't say battered, Jack. You beat us. You did beat us.
And you saying "come on Leeds," Jack, as a Leeds fan, as a Man United fan, and you're wishing Leeds well.
Tom, you're getting aggressive.
Something doesn't compute. Something does not compute there.
Jack, Matt, good to see you. Please do come back. It's nice to see both.
Matt, I'll be back when we lifted the trophy. Don't worry. No, I'm saying. No, I'm literally saying. It'll be interesting, won't it? It'll be interesting to see.
tried.
It'll be interesting to see. It'll be interesting to see.
Second penalty is better. Not great, but still better, and it's in, and it's 1-0. It's in, and it is 1-0.
I'm coming over much quieter than Charlie. Am I? Is that a me mic problem, or is that?
I think it's I'm having some audio problems, and I'm trying to sort them on the fly. So what I can do is, instead of you doing, I can't do that. I can do that. Well, if you start talking, Tom, and then I'll have a little look at. Just have a talk to the chat or whatever about the game. And
Yeah. Okay. What are we saying here? Yeah, unfortunately, it's 1-0 Leeds. It is 1-0 Leeds. Quite a few Leeds fans in the chat tonight. Do stick around. Not think that was a red for Fabianski. Says Cammy. I mean, the only thing that I can think of is the fact that it's
double jeopardy.
The fact that
gets punished with the penalty, and so you wouldn't get punished with.
No, it was more because the ball was quite far away. I don't know. Was he going to get there aspect of it? I didn't see how far out that how far he knocked it forward, but still, I mean, Fabianski was the last man, and he was about. Yeah, it's dubious to say the least. It could have gone either way, to be honest with you. Charlie B, lovely to see you in here, my friend.
Yes, bro. Good to see you.
Liam Gallagher, do you think there should be more oil introduced into fake taxi videos? For example, do you think they should release a Nuru massage video? Well, Liam, I would say to you, it could get very hot and sweaty in there, and to add more oil to the
fray
to it, yeah, it may be it may be a bad.
I feel like they're doing something right because everyone knows who they are already. So I feel like potentially introducing more would be less optimal. I don't know though. I don't know. It's an interesting question, Liam. It's an interesting question.
It is an interesting question. Yeah, unfortunately, we are one down. We have not started well, but that is fine. We expected nothing less from Leeds. Irish Tommy, if he's in here. As a Man U fan, I reluctantly said 2-0 Leeds, but a goal in the first 5 minutes. I'll change that to 4-1 Leeds. That's absolutely fine. Don't worry. I think myself and Charlie, we never come in here with any sense of optimism. We have a laugh. Sometimes I get triggered. Sometimes I. Yeah,
sometimes. I don't know if we'd never come in here with a sense of optimism.
Oh yeah, very rarely.
I just think we're realistic about the situation, you know?
Yeah.
That's what I would say. I wouldn't say it's nothing to do with optimism per se.
Steve, 50. Love this. Love the city of Leeds. Went to uni there. Less keen interest in the football team. Oh, Jared Bowen. There's a lot of score predictions still going on here. There's a lot. Have to note that we have not won since Foe has been a spanner. Now listen.
I won't be having this. I won't be having that. That feels like
Big Vernon Harvey.
Listen, Vernon. Actually, it's Vernon raised. Look, factually, there's a point here, but what I would say is this: morally, no point to be made.
Nah, Foe, you stick with it. Matt Hayes, all jokes aside, good luck, show. You too, mate. It's just a bit of banter. It's just a bit of banter. Don't worry. I swear, Charlie, it's just a little bit of banter. I promise you.
Don't know about it.
It just is. I promise. Peach, lovely to see you. Lovely to see you in here, mate, as always. It is a shocking corner.
Get in there, Peach. You're right, bro.
Is everything all right your end, Charlie?
Yeah. I just got a lot. It's just a lot. I think the
there just heads it into the turf.
The audio,
all the power got taken off.
We'll get there. We'll get there.
Check Hammers Chat Twitter. What has happened over on the Hammers Chat Twitter? What has Gio tweeted? Fabianski was half an inch off his line for it to be retaken, yet Bamford was about 5 yards into the box when Clit hit the second attempt. Was he?
Yeah. But that happens every single time. I feel like
I know it's the rule.
Know what
it's worth, it's not because it's against us. I think Villa's equaliser versus us should have stood. So
I mean,
So
that's
that should have
true.
been on the logic. It should have been retaken.
But I don't know if it should be retaken because I don't know if the rule is any encroachment on a scored penalty. I think it's only encroachment on a penalty that's saved. I think, but I don't know that for certain. But this happens every single time. I can guarantee you, almost every single time this happens, you'll see it. Like a penalty gets retaken, people when they score, there's encroachment, nothing gets brought up. But when it's saved, that's when it happens. Or Fabianski being off his line or whatever.
But the thing is, though, was it to do with Declan Rice encroaching as well, or is it people saying there that looks like Ender Fabianski's heel was on the ground? I don't know. It's just it's so. Jack Attack, Hammer fans, please wish us the best for our game tomorrow. After you said that we got battered by you.
I will. Good luck, bro. Good luck. I hope you know it. But more
Who have they got? Man
Glenn's
City
in chat.
tomorrow night.
Come on,
Glenn, love to see you. Love to see you. Who have they got? They got Man City tomorrow, haven't they? I don't know what to go with there. I don't know what to say about Man City United tomorrow. It's an intriguing one. Anyway, Jared Bowen into the box, back into Allaire again, has another great opportunity, turns another big chance. He should get those tonight against these two centre-halves, obviously not up to the real same standards he's been facing the last couple of weeks. However, he somehow peels away off of Luke Ayling there, turns, and there's just no power, no conviction behind his shot. Careful, Sebastian Allaire, because you're one shot away from my brother basically coming in here and...
He tries to hit it and it hits off, I think, Luke Ayling, I want to say.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
If he's not scoring tonight against Luke Ayling, we've got some serious issues, is what I'm saying. Meslier, the Leeds goalkeeper, he actually is. He was up there with one of the ones that I said that I wish that we would target looking at, potentially going forward. How there is the French half your price. For God's sake. Bloody hell, Cammy. Always you dropping the tone.
My goodness.
Let's have a look. What else I quickly saw on here? 1 second. People's opinions on David Moyes. You're not wrong. Yeah, opinions. I'll save mine. I've said it enough. Charlie's is very much the same as well. I'm pretty sure at this point. There's just a part of me that doesn't like it. I do like him at times, but there's parts of me that just don't like. He's not a very reactive manager. He's never a proactive manager. He always waits far too long. Like when it took us to go 2-1 down 5 minutes later against Man City, and there was a sub that was made 5 to 10 minutes too late. It's just what it always is. I think he's done some good things, but there are just some things that just leave me just speechless as to how he gets away with them. I'm not going to lose my head about it, but I think he's good. I think he's done well. Don't get me wrong. I'm not going to lose my head about it.
I'm just not on it. I can't lie to you. I'm just not on it.
No. Are you still dealing with audio issues over there?
Yeah, I probably will be the entire time, but I think we're more balanced to an extent. To an extent, at least. So we'll see how it goes. But yeah, I'll be muting and unmuting most of the stream, I believe. We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. Thank you everyone for joining, and anyone who's not a regular, especially, thank you very much for rocking up. We do appreciate it. It's interesting because I feel so far in the game, I feel quite, how would I word it? Despondent, but we're actually creating some okay chances. But it's about finding the ultimate shooting angles, and that's something we're definitely not finding right now, despite the fact we're 1-0 down, and despite the fact I'm quite, like I say, almost despondent about the match.
Do you know what is really annoying is the fact this unfortunately is, yeah, that's, I guess the thing now is Seaside Hammer. At least Allaire is getting some service tonight. Yeah, that's the thing. It's just how many times are we going to be able to get that service and the chances that we're creating, but just not converting on those chances. That's the big thing.
Yeah, unfortunately, when you have the opportunities, you have to, and we're not doing it. Well, we haven't done it very well for the last couple of games, to be honest. But we'll see. I mean, there's positive signs. We're actually creating some opportunities, and we're actually we're not completely and utterly devoid of hope right now, despite the fact I feel a little bit hopeless. But we'll see. The problem is when you face a team managed by Marcelo Bielsa, is there was a mistake, and look how direct they were in that opportunity, Tom. They literally, for their goal or for the penalty, they literally just were like one pass and they were through, and we opened like the Red Sea, and that is something that's got to be ironed out. We've got the same midfield two that we have the entire time, but that midfield two has not been playing defensive midfield two. They've been playing sort of more box to box roles. They're going back, they're coming forward, they're going back, they're coming back, they're going forward. Do you know what I mean? They're constantly moving around on the pitch, and I think they're used to a slightly more. We saw it a little bit when Zabaleta first came here. I think he was used to playing with better defenders. He was used to not being having to complete. He was used to having a little bit of coverage that he wasn't there, or a little bit less coverage that we provided, right? And I think that was maybe a case very similar, because the second Haller touched the ball and they won it back through pressure. They ran straight through our midfield, who were non-existent. One pass straight through both centre backs, who were non-existent. And I think that's something Leeds can do. They can punish you if you're not concentrating, and that's what happened in that goal.
Well, it's exactly the same what happened against Man United the other day, wasn't it?
Yeah,
exactly what happened against Man United for that goal. The last one that Rashford scored when he dinked it up. Centre backs just parting like the Red Sea, which is just ridiculous. Especially as it happened within the first 2 minutes of the game. And just the way that they've done that, it is just the way they performed over the last few weeks. It really is. It's alarming to say the least. We do look shaky at the back in the back four. I'm not going to lie. As my dad texts me saying, he's doing my nutting absolutely useless. I can only imagine that he's talking about David Moyes. Lads. Elbow, where is my dog tonight? She's downstairs. No idea what she is doing. She's taking it easy downstairs. Oh god. Did I see what you sent me on Facebook, Ed? No, I did not. Let me go and have a look, John.
Jack, did you lads think you were going to beat us when we were 1-0 up? I felt like after the first half we had a strong chance of beating you. I felt like you were there for the taking. I felt like it was a situation in which you weren't the Man United we all know. Good opportunity for Leeds there. Just Rodrigo just pulling it wide. I think it was an opportunity to take Man United to 3 points, right? But the problem was we knew that you had better players on the bench and you were sort of saving them for the European game. And so if you brought them on, we were going to be in trouble. And I think we both actually brought it up at half time, said, look, if they're going to bring on their people, we're going to have to be on our game here, because you're looking at Fernandes coming on, for example, and Rashford, and it was like, oh, okay.
Game changes, unfortunately, we didn't have on our bench.
Yeah, so when it comes to did we think we would beat you? I think there was an opportunity for us to beat you, but unfortunately, it was a case of us not really managing to do anything in that second half, and you just coming up and just blitzing us.
What happened to the timer, Charlie?
There was a good opportunity, but there wasn't there. The timer exists. It's Tom. What I would say is this: sometimes in life, you come across adversity. Sometimes in life, you come across moments that you weren't expecting. And what that was me clicking off the page. I knew if I clicked off, it would stop.
Oh, right. I thought it was actually going to be a technical issue.
I just clicked off the thing because I opened up Amazon. It was a whole thing anyway.
Oh, bloody hell. Peter Mears, go to the pub. I can't, mate. I'm in a tier 3 lockdown right now for the next few days. It's a bit.
I don't drink, Peter. I don't drink. I got water. It's in a pint glass. Does that help?
If I could, Peter, I would. If I could, I would. But I can't. I'm in a tier 3 lockdown, and I can't get there, unfortunately. Even though there are 0 pubs. Gordon Bennett, I am so tired. Yeah,
same. I'm not gonna lie. I'm a tired boy.
If you do need any stream links, if you are new around here, if you do need any stream links, head into the description and you can get a stream link for the game provided by the lovely Jim Stebbins. Like I said, that is in the description down below. Also, support us on the Patreon. That is also link in the description for there. As Bowen has a shot and it is skied it over at the bar. Drop a like on the stream as well if you haven't. Subscribe and all that good stuff.
With that Bowen shot, there were so many Look how many Leeds players were directly in front of him. There was like 4 in the immediate area. It was taking a shot from there was somewhat wild. I can't lie to you, but
is this the first time we've worn this kit this season as well? Is this the first time that we've donned the black strip?
I don't pay attention.
Black and gold.
My gut says potentially, but I don't pay attention. I can't lie to you. I can't lie. Shot Gaming 496 boss. Good try.
Boss.
Good try. Come again next time. It's yeah. It's a bit of a wild shot there from Bone. But it is what it is.
I miss your play-by-play commentary, Charlie. I miss play-by-play, Charlie.
I'm just so far behind. It's difficult by that point.
How far behind are you?
I'm about 10 seconds behind you. Well, I can tell you exactly because I've got a timer on the screen. I am. Wait for it. Hang on. When we get to 20, I can hang on. About 8 to 9 seconds behind you, and then I'm obviously another 20 seconds or whatever behind the chat, maybe more. So it's a thing, but I'll try and provide it. As and when. But yeah, Charlie, some of Dave Lee Travis. I'm not.
I'm gonna have to Google who Dave Lee Travis is. I'm so sorry.
Give it a Google. Google it. Pull up a picture for yourself, and then look at me, and then tell me if you think that's true.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not. I appreciate it.
Oh, dear.
I'm not.
A young version of him, 100%. 100. Actually, do you know what? He looks more like Adam as a young person.
Does he? Okay.
Genie. He does.
I haven't seen him in a while. I'd have to read deeps that. I'd have to read deep. In fact, I'm sorry. The chat's gonna the timer's gonna pause for a second. Everyone, I apologize for that. The time's gonna pause for a second. What we're gonna do? We're gonna.
All right.
Oh, he does. He does have a bit of the young Adam about him, doesn't he?
He does. He really does. He really does. Side Ben Rama again in a decent position, picking up edge of the box, tries to drop his shoulder, cuts back onto his right foot, and it's good defending from Luke Ayling, who sticks his body into the way of the thing. We are getting the chances. Leeds are quite happy to sit back and just allow us to, to come forward. They're soaking up the pressure that we've thrown at them so far, which worries me a little bit that we're going to start to push forward a little bit more. And because we're in a back four instead of a back five, the second that Leeds try to counter potentially, it's going to be, unfortunately, lights out for us, shall we say. Anyway, who's this? Salah picking up a nice position, edge of the box. Cuts it back. I'm so tired, Charlie.
Yeah, so am I, to be honest.
Oh, this is horrible. It's absolutely horrible. 8 o'clock games on a Friday night. What is
I had
this?
a little cheeky 15-minute nap as well before this.
It's a corner for West Ham. It is a corner for West Ham. We've done all right in the opening gambit in the opening 23 minutes. It's been decent. Like I said, we've created a lot. We just haven't, unfortunately, managed to stick the ball in the back of the net, which is the main issue.
Yeah.
That happens in football, isn't it? You got to put ball in back at net.
Put ball in net.
Who's on the delivery here? Jared Bowen, it looks like. You've got 4 big uns waiting for you in the middle. Bowen whips the ball in. Back stick! Get it in! Is it across the line? Is that... What's happened?
I think it is a goal.
It is a goal.
Thomas
It is a goal.
Souček. The chat are ahead of us. They're saying goal. David Moyes, it's a goal. But for who? But for who, Dave?
Get in. Thomas Souček doing what he does best. Do you want to go through on this one? Take this,
Tell you what. Thomas Souček. Double figures, maybe? I don't know. So it's a corner. Jared Bowen whips it in. He's a decent corner taker, to be fair to him. And Souček at the back post battling with, I'm not sure who it was. But he's just bullies him out of the way, basically. Jumps over the top of him, just nods it in. And whoever was on the line tries to get it off, but they're so far over, there's no point trying. I think, does Meslier...
Rafinha.
It was so it was Dallas who he's battling with. Stuart Dallas. Rafinha is the one who's on the line who can't do it. Does the Leeds goalkeeper get a touch on that? It looks like he might do. But it's one of those ones, where someone's running across the goal and then they have to try and dive the other way again? It was one of those, and he couldn't quite get it on there. But yeah.
We don't like Fridays. Update the score when you do get a second.
1-1.
1-1. There you go. We have scored.
We were getting the chances. It's just about, like you say, Tom, it's about react when they it's about not allowing them to counter us against us so effectively, which is what they did last time.
It's difficult because you really have to, unfortunately, stifle this Leeds team. They're going to get their chances. They are going to, at times, they're going to have more possession than you. They're going to dominate the ball. But it's about how tight we can keep in those in those moments. How compact we're going to be, back to front. What we're going to look like. How's our resolve? To be fair, those 20 minutes after we conceded, we were creating the chances. We just didn't, unfortunately, put the ball in the back of the net. Now that we have that confidence in us to be able to do that, I expect us to hopefully come back into this game. This game is not done yet. There is lots of goals to come, I think, yet in this game. I know somebody else said that earlier. Has the Premier League announced Player of the Month yet? Jack Attack, of course you know they've announced it because you want me to say that Bruno Fernandes was the one who won it. Are we doing the Palace game on Wednesday? I didn't even know that it was on Wednesday, so probably yes. That is probably what we're doing, Ben Davies. Yeah, no, it's a decent start. Decent start. Minus the penalty, we've actually probably been the better team for the first 29 to 30 minutes.
We've certainly had the better of the chances. We've certainly had the better of the chances, and I think that's just tactically the way Leeds have decided to set up. But we've certainly had the better of the chances.
There's certain games that I think that we have been robbed of. As fans, we've been robbed of this season. I think Leeds West Ham is one of them.
Yeah,
especially at Ellen Road. Man United Leeds obviously is a massive one. Hello, Ben Rama. Oh, hello. Oh, hello. See you later, boys. Go on then, Ben Rama. That's unlucky. Not on the same page there, unfortunately. As Pablo Fornals, who was the man of the match and player of the month in the Prem? It literally was Bruno Fernandes. It should have been Angelo.
It was Bruno Fernandes. Ben Rama there, just showing a little bit of a touch there. Just quick turn through two of these players. Just
quick little quiff. Who was manager of the month? Jose Mourinho won manager of the month. Not David Moyes, which I felt a bit, fair enough.
I mean, it should have been Jose.
Yeah, but I could understand.
Moyes has managed a team who's got results but haven't been very good. Jose Mourinho has been team's been very good at getting the results. That's my argument.
Klopp, I can understand he's doing well with a less of a back line, but yeah, tell me it wasn't Angelo Godbonner. I won't have it any other way.
It wasn't Angelo Godbonner.
Jeffrey Stelly. Okay, unpopular statement. Benrahma looking a lot like Felipe Anderson his first year with us. That is a bold statement to say we've only seen him for about an hour, if not a little bit more.
He's looked good in that hour, though, ain't he?
But I tell you what, they look good in that hour,
I'll tell you what, it was only an hour, but I tell you this for nothing, bloody, he was looked sick in that hour, bro. Oh. Sure, Dallas. There's something about the way Leeds move the ball, man. They're just so good. If I tell you what, if he stays at Leeds for a while, he might be able to make them a big club again. If I talk, I'm in trouble. No, but legit, right? Being real, he ain't
a top three manager in the world, but he's
definitely not. If Marcelo Bielsa stays for a while, and they can start to really build a team in his image, you could see a situation in which they, in a couple of years, are doing really good things.
They build a team with the literal image of Marcelo Bielsa.
Yeah. So
it's a
weird formation.
Can I just say, us from set pieces, my word, I feel like every time that we are going to get a corner, that we've had one. One has nibbled, Charlie. Tom Story has nibbled. We have a little.
No.
We have you've hooked Tom Story.
Hi, Tom.
Oh dear. Oh dear, Charlie.
Good to
You've
see
hooked
you.
One.
Enjoy the size.
I actually conversely argued Tom Story the other week that Leeds were a massive club.
But you're a
Charlie on the other hand disagrees. Charlie on the other hand disagrees. I think Leeds are a massive club. But I genuinely think we haven't looked this dangerous from set pieces. Do you remember when we had that old corner routine where the ball used to be stuck over at the back stick and James Tompkins used to try and nod it down? I remember in the Championship when we were using that and he was there. always ball to the back stick. Tomsk would nod it back across the goal, and somebody would be there to pick up the thing. I think we are just so dangerous from set pieces.
Souček legit, and this is why I said it at the time. I honestly, he could get double figures just from set pieces. Like he is constantly
the Czech Cheku Kuyate.
You love to see it. The Czech Julian Lescott. Legit though, he could.
Benrahma again, side netting. I'll tell you what, we are looking good. We are looking good.
We're looking good, but we're taking too many shots from range.
Yeah.
It's going to, like, the shots that from the locations we're taking shots from, it's going to take something special. But we are creating the chances. I think if we can get maybe 1 or 2 final passes instead of taking a shot from outside the area, which is difficult to say because Leeds are actually, they're getting a lot of bodies in the way. They're packing out the shooting angles. So it's not exactly easy. It's much easier said than done. But if we do get, if we get a little bit closer, there's some opportunities here. Leeds aren't on it too much, but again, it's that counter-attack that becomes the danger. It's that counter-attack that becomes the danger.
It also, for me, it does become, again, question marks around Allaire and his finishing when he's going to get these chances. I've defended my boy to the hilt. I have defended him honourably.
I think he's the best finisher we have at the club. Moving on.
Yeah, I've defended him honourably. There are things that are a little bit annoying me. I thought the World Cup was 2016, says Ben. No, 2018. 2018, Ben. A 4-year cycle, yeah? Get real, bro. Tom Sawyer, what do you think about Bielsa being in the nominations for Coach of the Year? Listen, I don't agree, right? I'm not going to give like a stupid answer, which is, oh, well, he doesn't fucking deserve to be there. I think he's a fantastic manager. Don't get me wrong. I think he's absolutely brilliant. I think he's done absolute bits to bring Leeds up to where they are in the football that he has got, them playing. However, I would argue he has done pretty much exactly what Chris Wilder did last season. And Wilder got Chef up promoted from somewhere they've been in the doldrums for however long. And then they took him into the Prem and then up into the Europa League in his first season. If you came to me and you said that they'd won the championship and all of a sudden they came up and it was like Champions League football in their first year, fair enough. But give it to him the following season, not now. For just getting promoted from the championship, and I know you've played some exceptional brand of football, but when you're bopping the ball about against Barnsley, it's a bit different to do when you're in Premier League. So, but I like I said, I
was busting out hat tricks and 4-goal thrillers and left, right, and centre, doing overhead kicks. It was wild in the championship.
This is the thing. Like I said, he's a fantastic manager. Don't get me wrong. It was a manager we were once linked with before Slaven Bilic came in, and people were a bit like, "Oh, hello, hang on a minute." It could have been a good signing for us. But like I said, I don't think he's done enough. I think you've got to put Lopetegui up there for what he did with Sevilla because that man was finished. I've also, oh my God, Cresswell, how have you given the ball away there? I think Jurgen Klopp obviously has to be in the running for what he did with Liverpool. And then I think the Bayern Munich manager for what they absolutely dominated the rest of the field in Europe last season, which was just, they didn't just win it, they obliterated. So that would be my top 3. I can't remember what his name is, the coach at the minute for Bayern Munich. But yeah, I would put him in like the top 10, but not top 3. Not top 3.
Yeah, that'd be my if you said who are my top 3 favourite managers, he would be in there. Love the guy. I don't think he was one of the top 3 managers in the world recently, though, last season. In the last year, I wouldn't put him up there. He's obviously done great things with Leeds, but I wouldn't put him up there.
Flick.
I think that's a bit wild. But if you ask me, is he in my top 3 managers, just favourite managers? Yeah.
Aman Bachu, come back with a better one next time, bro. He's up there. He's up there with like good managers. I think he could do that with anybody though. Like it took him a while. That first season he did fail, but when you get your team playing a certain way, it's he's just. Who would have thought that League One Liam would be bopping the ball about the way that he is? Like Jack Harrison, my man, was cutting in the MLS a few years ago and stuff. And all of a sudden it's just.
He's like a manager you build. He's a manager you want. Like he just really is. Like, but the problem with Marcelo Bielsa, of course, is it's 50% of the time he will do this, and the other 50% of the time it will go so spectacularly wrong. that at least it'll be fun to look. I mean, when he didn't join us, he joined. Who was it in Italy? He ended up joining Tom and then left after one game because he had a massive Barney with the owner.
Was it Lazio or somebody over and
It was a Serie A side.
Yeah, it was a Serie A side.
But I mean, that's what you get with him, and it's worked out perfectly with Leeds, and I'm hyped about that because like it's good to see. I just love to see Bielsa in the Premier. I can't lie to you. I really wanted him for a long time. I think he's great.
Rebecca,
and also
no,
if you're talking about in the top 3 conversation or whatever, if you're talking about top 3 most influential managers currently working in football, he's definitely up there as well. He's just not quite. I wouldn't put him in the top 3 best in the last year.
Well, I would say it was like it's like what people used to be. It's like what people used to be when Pep Guardiola was first coming through. It was never, I'm going to spend this, and this, and I'm going to go get this player. People wanted to go to pay with Pep Guardiola because they thought, oh, you know, you're going to actually improve me as a footballer because you're the kind of man that's, you know, and it's probably the same for some of these lesser players. For the opportunity for them to play with Marcelo Bielsa, it's probably a dream come true for them. You know, he's effectively trying to accomplish with them what, you know, Pep Guardiola has been doing for a while with better players, but Marcelo Bielsa's gone, right, this is my brand of football. You either like it or you don't. See you later. Yeah. If you don't, you know, you're going to work hard for me and you're going to run. And that's what he's done.
And that's why you build a team around him.
And that's Tom Story when he just said about the Coach of the Year nominations. You've got to take into account the other 4 managers of massive result. And that's what I was saying. Like, that's the bit I respect about him is because he has taken League One Liam, he's taken Jenny Alioski, Luke Ayling, and he's turned them into Premier League players.
That's a fair point. It's not even buying people to put in that position either, if you know what I mean. Like you say, like League One Liam, Cooper, Ayling, Alioski, these are players who were there before him, I think. Or at least Liam
Some of them
Cooper
played in League One. Some literally played in League One, and they're now Premier League starters.
And that's the impressive thing about it, is dragging those people up with him, not just going and buying the players who fit his system, which he has done with some notable people in his team, but you know, actually building the club in that situation is scenes.
I think if I'm mistaken, Luke Ayling once played for Yeovil. I think like that's the kind of levels as to where Luke Ayling's gone. So it's like I said, I don't disagree with anything you're saying, Tom Story. Like I said, I have a lot of time, a lot of respect for Marcelo Bielsa. Being in Leeds last few years, my man literally sits when he's not at games. For those that don't know Leeds or what, like when he's not at the first team games, he's literally around the 21s, 23s, the 18. My man literally lives and breathes football. He is here, there, and everywhere. He lives in a Leeds tracksuit, for God's sake. He is genuinely unbelievable. But as they got Mad Marshmallow as well, Nuno did bits as well. Again, I think he had more resources because he had the whole of China and Portugal backing him. But it's, you know, I just think there's quite a few managers that have done that, and I think I don't know. I can't put him in that category, and I know it's so tough because, like I said, personally, me and Charlie love him, and he is a genius, as Fo said. He's a footballing genius, but I struggle to put him amongst that category now.
When you're talking about like resources and stuff like that, I mean, that would mean the season Bournemouth got promoted, Eddie Howe should have been involved in that conversation, and he wasn't. If you want to put it in those terms, because he had, if anything, less resources than Bielsa's had. But that's the thing. I love Bielsa, I really do, and it's not to belittle him because I think he's an absolute don.
It's all subjective as well. Really, of course, Leeds fans are going to say that.
Yeah, exactly. And I think him getting any credit for anything just makes me hyped because I love the guy. Yeah, I just wouldn't put him in that conversation of top 3 this for the last year. Definitely not. But fair play to him. Because he's
quickly getting back to the game, we are now somewhat on the back foot again.
Yeah, we're sort of slightly under the cosh here. It's a period of possession for Leeds.
Oh, Bamford down header. Decent save by Fabianski.
In and around the box, just giving us trouble.
Come on now, we're up north here, Charlie. Hear no evil, see no evil. To evil.
Leeds have period of possession. Hang on. Hang on, I'll get there. Wait, I need to. You know when you say a phrase and then that's what lets you back into the accent. Do you know what I mean? Jeff Bezos. It's been a good period for Leeds. Bezos. It's been a good period for Leeds. Trying hardest, doing bits, moving the ball around quite swiftly.
Shocking, mate. Shocking. Absolutely disgusting.
Shocking from David here. He's got to change something. Don't do it soon. We're going to be in trouble. Trouble.
It's just wrong. It's just wrong, chat. It is just wrong.
I'm sorry.
Charlie Walsh has that Bora accent at first. It was very turgid. Very turgid.
Big turgid moves.
Big turgid moves. Haller is bloody gorgeous though. Body and fair. Oh, is there some Haller slam going on in the chat? Yeah, it's yeah. Oh, I do love this comment though. Darren Smith, is Rebecca the posh West Ham girl who does the streams? If so, hello. Yes, she would love you to be for you to refer to her as the posh girl.
It wasn't me. Yeah, it was me.
It is her. Yes, she does videos on the forum channel. Is this a penalty? What's going on here?
I don't think so.
No, right in his nutsack. Peach, I've got to ask you, where are you based, mate? Without sounding weird, where do you live? I always, because whenever I see your videos, it's like, I wonder where you are. Jez, she is posh. I've seen 2 of her vids. Oh dear. Also, I could not. I couldn't take Allaire off Jason Lloyd. There is. I couldn't.
I also think it's misguided to take him off. To be honest with you. But if I speak, I am in trouble. Shout out to Toronto. Shout out Canada in general. Doing bits. Shout out Canada.
She's as posh as Halaire's a top class striker. Whoa! I won't have Haller sullied like that. Take that back, elbow.
I mean, that's a positive for Haller, isn't it?
He lives on planet Earth, indeed.
I don't know what we do to turn this round. Well, we're getting a bit more back now, but I don't know what we do to turn this round. I also don't know why it's happening. But to be fair, I think Ed might have mentioned it before. It did look a little bit like, I don't think Leeds were fully up to speed for most of this first half, and they seem to sort of slowly be getting there. When it comes to the Haller thing, I think taking him off is premature. I think to be honest with you, it would be a mistake. I think you're just looking at the striker and pointing at him as if he's the problem, and I don't think that's necessarily the case. Just in case you're new around here, hello everyone, welcome. We will be here, like I said, for the rest of the match until full time. When Gio and Gonzo, when they're back and ready, will bop off onto their live stream. We'll send you across there. But half time coming up, we'll have Ed round 2. All Things Leeds will be appearing to give his perspective on the half from both a Leeds perspective and an anti-Tom perspective. So that'll be fun. That'll be happening at half time. Ed, if you can hear me, just basically once the halftime whistle blows for you, just send me a message at the Discord like you did last time, and then we'll get that sorted. But yeah, thank you everyone. We appreciate you joining. Muchly.
Becky hates Mark Noble more than Haller. Now that is one thing, unfortunately, she does. She is a staunch Noble supporter. That. There's one thing that Rebecca is, and that is a Mark Noble lover. Yeah, it's quite scary how much she loves her. Not sure if you know this. Leeds have only lost once in 26 games when scoring first in the league, and that was against Chelsea. They're there to be broken. Exactly. And it might not be tonight, but it'll happen again at some point this season.
Might not be tonight, but I'll tell you what, at some point it will happen. Will it be tonight? I don't know.
Peach, that young boy we got from Man U looks exciting. Is that Odubeko? I don't want to completely
Odubeko, yeah, I think is
Mipo Odubeko.
I believe, yeah.
He looks class, but he's been injured, hasn't he? For the last couple of months. He scored that absolute worldie against a Southend in the Checker Trade or whatever it's called now, Papa John's Trophy. He scored 2 worldies, and then he's been out injured for a little while. So yeah, it'd be good to see him in run first team. Leeds do have a corner whipped in. in the first half, nothing doing. Comes back out to Rafinha. Passes it inside. Luke Ayling, he's going to have a dig. Saved well behind it. Well behind the shot from Luke Ayling. Haller is pathetic at shielding the ball. Defenders keep nicking it even when it's a good pass right there.
I disagree. Next comment.
I'm struggling. I really am. I have defended this man with my life. He's not been good tonight. He's not been good so far.
I don't think he's been that bad. I think we're looking. All right, here's my honest opinion. I feel like we always look and we blame strikers, and we always look and we give strikers too much praise. When strikers are like almost the least important person on a football pitch in a sense, because they touch the ball the least. When it comes to a striker, if you have a slightly iffy touch, and all of a sudden everyone goes, it's the striker's fault. For example, that first goal, I saw people going, "Hello, that touch was horrendous." Blah 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 blah. Okay, but they still had to walk through all of our midfield and all of our defense to get there. I think we put too much pressure on a striker. We put too much on a striker. Systems are almost entirely the purpose here, and I don't think changing Haller out for anyone else that's in this squad or in general would change the fortune here. I think it's a misnomer.
All I would come at.
That's what I would say.
The only angle I'm coming from is the fact that he's had a few too many chances the last few games that he should have put away.
Don't disagree, but
for £45 million, you would expect those chances to be hitting the back of the net.
I disagree with the money thing, but it is what it is. I just think money is money. I don't think it matters. Like, if what someone paid for you isn't denote how good you are or how much.
No, but you would expect for that money. It's when you come with a big price tag that you should be able to score a few goals.
Sure, but I think you can beat anyone over the head with that, and I don't think it's potentially fair.
It's frustrating. It is frustrating.
But
I don't think he's been all that.
We'll just wait on. I don't think he's been all that. I'm not saying he's played well. I'm just saying I don't think he's played half as bad as people will make out. But what I will say is this. Tom, can you do me a favour? Can you message Ed? Just see if he's ready.
He is over there. I will jump over now.
Thank you. I will see you there in a second, everyone. Now I'm going to be a back screen. I've made this, right? I made this screen specifically for this purpose, basically. I made it in about 10 seconds. So it might look a bit crap. I do apologise about that. We're coming back into the stream now. Let me find the button I need to press. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Look, I'm just a professional. We'll skip straight into you, Ed. Ed, how do you feel about that half?
I mean, we weren't at our best, I don't think. It was a fantastic game, though. I mean, end to end. You know, I thought it was just going to be West Ham sitting back and Leeds just piling under pressure. But no, it's been an interesting game. It's been a good game to watch, really. But Leeds giving the ball away too easily, and then set pieces. You know, I should have said it before the game. You know, set pieces for you is going to be really crucial, I think, because you've got a tall team. You know, our tallest player on the pitch is 6'1". You guys have got Souček and Declan Rice. They're like 6'4". You know, when we're awful from set pieces, we are absolutely dreadful from set pieces. We just cannot defend them to save our lives, and you know, we can't score from them either. You know, so sometimes we might do, and then if a free kick with a shooting opportunity, Calvin Phillips could pull something off, but no, you know, set pieces. Knew you guys would score from one of them, and you did, and it's been poor. I mean, the goalkeeper probably should have done better. To be fair, he was straight at him, and you know, I really like Mezzier. I think he's going to be in the top, you know, definitely top 5 goalkeepers in the world in a few years, and that's just not me being biased. It's because he's a fantastic goalkeeper at the age of 20. You know, so I think he's going to be one of the world's best in a few years, but. No, positionally at set pieces, I think he can do better. And that was a bit of a poor goals conceded and frustrating. It was just too easy. But no, we weren't our best in that first half. But you know, watching the watch alongs and watching West Ham every few weeks, you know, it seems to be the second half you don't really do as well as you do in the first half.
We are a team of 2 halves. It can be. We can have just absolutely worldy first halves, or we can have worldy second halves. It's sometimes we show up in one half and not the other. I thought, to be fair, that after we responded quite well. I thought after that first setback of the penalty within the first seconds, it was quite worrying. I guess that's the problem with our back four, is that ball found its way through our 2 centre halves far too easily. Nobody was switched on. Thankfully, I guess you could say Fabianski was quick off his line, but unfortunately he could have been sent off, really, if you look at it. May have gotten away with one there. However, I thought we did well to come back into the game. But again, as soon as we looked like we were in the ascendancy and we were on top again, and we got back into the game from Souček, once again we just basically just slipped back again. It was like we just switched off and we allowed Leeds to have control of possession, to dictate play, to dictate the tempo, and they would create many chances. I thought Ben Rama was on fire in that first half, especially in those like 25 minutes when we were coming back into the game. He was looking to get forward with the ball. He was looking to cut inside. He was looking to get, through the channels down the middle, down the side. He looked absolutely brilliant. I know this is a big discussion for us, and I would say I know we've just had a little like disagreement about it. Well, not like arguments, disagreement. But
I hate you forever now.
I have backed Sebastian Haller to the hill, and I know somebody in the comments just there at halftime has just said he had what was it about Haller? What did he say? He just said he needs a goal to get his confidence up. I thought he would have had that against Sheffield United. I thought that was the confidence booster that he needed. But unfortunately,
and then he got yanked off by David Moyes. Yeah, I agree.
He did, but I genuinely think the last couple of games he hasn't been up to scratch. And if I'm going to call him out for being good, I need to be able to call him out when I don't think he's been as good. Charlie thinks he hasn't been as bad. I just think he's been weak in the challenge against the centre halves. I thought against two, you would say lesser centre halves for somebody of his price tag and how good he is. And I know you say his price tag shouldn't dictate how he plays, but I thought he should have had a better first half against that than he did. He had two opportunities which he didn't necessarily take. I just don't think he's been very good. The only problem that we have is that there's no real replacement to have on the bench unless you're going to play somebody as a false nine through the middle. It's not going to work because there's no pace either to put in that position. So we're damned if we do and we're damned if we don't.
Ed, how did you feel about Haller's performance?
Haller's shit.
Okay,
just it wasn't too good, and I loved how surprised he was at his blatant fouls.
Sure.
Yeah, I don't think he's any good. Do you guys miss Antonio?
I hate to say it, Charlie, but I think we do.
Personally, or do West Ham miss Mikel Antonio? Because West Ham do miss Mikel Antonio.
I don't think saying he's shit is the right word, like Rebecca just said there. I don't think he is shit. I think there is clearly big ability there. There really is. And every time that you think, right, we're going to get a glimpse of it. And like I said, it's every time I want to go and praise him and I want to say you've done so well or you've done it, he either does, like you said, he gets yanked by David Moyes or the fans will give him some backlash because they're trying to compare him to Mikel Antonio. But I think tonight has shown that there are times when he has been too weak in the tackle, when he hasn't necessarily finished the chances that he maybe should have done or done better in. And like I said, I will be the first person to sit there and say I believe in Sebastian Haller. I think that he can score. He can even do bits in this game going forward. I just don't think he's done enough in the last couple of games, especially because someone said there he did the goal against Sheffield United to fill the team with confidence, fill him with confidence, and we just haven't seen that. Like I said, I'll be ready to praise him when he does because I think there is an amazing player in there. And I do think, as Rebecca says again, and I know we've spoken about this before, that he is used as a scapegoat because he's not doing what Mikel Antonio was doing. But they're two different players playing in a different system. I would have expected a little bit better sometimes. I don't think you can write him off. I really think it's a question of how we can can he score goals basically to the point where we're going to sell him in January and bring in someone like Josh King instead. I just don't think he suits the way that we just play football, unfortunately. I know we're going to wildly disagree on this one. It's the first time I feel like I've actually had to say this about.
No, I don't. No, again, I don't really care for what anyone thinks because you're all wrong. No, Ed. So Ed, like in terms of Leeds, right? You said you didn't feel like you were fully at the races yet. Like it wasn't quite working. Why do you think that was? And if you're Bielsa at halftime, you're looking at it. Is there specific changes you'd be looking to making? Is it specific players you're concerned about on the pitch from a West Ham perspective?
I mean, Ben Rama had a really good first half. I'm scared about him. We just kept on giving the ball away, which is my only thing. And I think maybe a change in midfield could work. But then where would you put Rodrigo? I don't think I would make changes because we did create chances, but there weren't, there weren't very good chances. Let's be honest. Rodrigo probably should have done better with his couple of chances, but I thought Bamford was quiet. And yeah, I just don't think we weren't creating the chances that we usually do every single game. We created some. I mean, we create 50 chances every single game. But sometimes they're usually really good chances, but we end up scuffing them up. But We just kept on giving the ball away, and we made it too easy for West Ham, in my opinion, when they were going forward.
I will say as well, I know something I think the Leeds fan in the first half we were talking about Bielsa with did say, I can't wait to see what you guys do when they bring Pervader on. He actually looked mustard against Chelsea. Like, he looked dynamite, really. Yeah. He was fantastic. So potentially, if they look to swap out Jack Harrison in the second half and bring a bit more pace in to attack Soufal, that could be another area in which, Leeds have another threat coming forward at us, which again is difficult for us. But the thing is, I can't, like we were saying there in the half, I don't think it's how do we get back into the game. Like I say, it's weird because at points we said this, there are going to be times when Leeds are going to dominate the ball. There's times that we're going to dominate the ball. But it's just a shame when you look like you're in the ascendancy, you get the ball, you get the goal back, and all of a sudden we just retreat back into our shells. And it's like, right, well, you can come at us now. Moyes wants to sit back. And it's the same thing that happened against Man United. We sat back on our laurels. As soon as we went a goal up, we didn't try to get the second goal. We sat back and said, come at us. But when you put Bruno Fernandes and Marcus Rashford on, what happened? We got taken apart in that second half. And it's the same thing here. It's like he's comfortable with getting that goal, and he was just happy just to sit back again and say, right, come on to us. But that's the thing. Leeds will do that all day. They'll pass it around the back four and they'll create those chances. And this, unfortunately for me, is where David Moyes is his own worst enemy, because, like I said, this is the time when you're in the ascendancy is to just go for it. The pressure was there. Just keep going. Just do exactly what you were doing. But no, it's like, right, you come at us now. And unfortunately, when we're in that back four, there's going to be more chances created by Leeds. And that's what worries me. I think there was times when Cresswell looked good, and there was times where Cresswell, you think, oh my God, he's back at being left back again. So I don't think it's necessarily how we get back into the game. It's just we need to start performing at that level we were at for those 20 minutes when we were trying to get back into the game. Because
I honestly feel David Moyes is your downfall, with his negative tactics. I feel as though he's happy with a point every single game. Like, you have some good players going forward. It's just
yeah, I agree.
No, but Ben Rama's had a really good first half, in my opinion.
Yeah,
I feel as though Tom's right. You guys scored and then you just dropped back. It's like, if you kept on going, you could have easily got a second or a third, because we're at our weakest when we concede. Our team's mentality, I've seen it over the years, when we concede, we don't really do too well if the team keeps on putting us under pressure.
Yeah.
So I feel as though, if you guys kept on putting us under pressure after you scored the equaliser, then we definitely could have conceded a second or a third.
And this isn't something that's happened the last few weeks. If we look back over our last 4 or 5 games, this happened against Sheffield United, we scored, we retreated. Against Villa, we scored twice, we retreated twice. We were lucky to get away with the second one against Villa. Man United, we did the same thing, we got punished. Leeds will do the same thing that Man United would do. They've got, I would think, a lot more finishing ability about them. They've got enough, extra passes to be able to pass it into the back of our net if they so choose to be. But like I said, this is the problem with us, is that we are far too comfortable just resting on our laurels. And I think that is what's got us in trouble the last couple of weeks. Realistically, the last month almost, that it's got us in trouble. And we're going to get found out. And that's exactly what United did. And I think if we're not careful in the second half, I think Leeds will do exactly the same thing to us.
And I think part of my concern a little bit is I look at the bench for us and I say, I'm not sure what we can do to change it up. I mean, we could realistically go to a back three and bring on the boy, Dawson.
Get Snodgrass on. We'll change the entire game.
I mean, listen, what a time to be alive that might be. But, I mean, for all of us, what a time. Scottish boy.
That goal he scored against Everton in the Cup. What a goal.
Listen, I think he's a great player. Don't get me wrong. I just think Snodgrass's problem right now is that I don't know where he fits in.
No. Somebody was saying we should chew on him in at left back the other day. That's where we were at with it.
I don't think he's got enough pace for left back, to be honest.
James Milner 2.0. That's what I'm saying. Stick him anywhere, he'll do a job.
Cheeky Jamie Milner, why not?
Can I quickly say something? I know a lot of you have jumped in here for half time, and you will be retreating back into your living rooms for the second half. If you are new around here, don't forget, do drop a like on the video. We try to aim above 100 every single stream. Really helps us if you do. Check out the Discord if you need a stream link for the second half. In stream links provided by the lovely Jim Stebbins. They are in our Discord down below. Subscribe if you haven't already. And just because he has joined us multiple times tonight, there is Ed's channel if you want to go and check him out at Leeds channel, all things Leeds, in the main chat there. Also, our Patreon as well is big things are coming this weekend. A video from Tom, believe it or not, onto the Patreon. So yeah, like I said, if you could try and like the video, get above 100 likes before you retreat back to your sofas. It takes 2 seconds. And yes, the second half is nearly upon us.
And just before the second half starts, A, thank you, Ed, for coming on. B, David Moyes, what's Kenny the Collector Omega doing in the Impact Zone? Let's talk about it. Big David Moyes coming through the wrestling chat. Come on, boys.
I want to
I
talk
need
about
to go
wrestling.
to the toilet. I need to go to the toilet after that.
I want to talk about wrestling.
Get out of here, Ed. Very quickly.
I'm
before you
so
go.
sorry, guys. All 200 of you that are in here plus now at halftime. Careful for the next 2 minutes. That's all I'm saying.
I'd get if I had any 4-4, I would have made a thing to get rid of him. Ed, talk to me. What's your vibe? What's your vibe at the moment? What's your most exciting wrestling thing at the moment? Give me just an opinion, just quickly before the second half starts.
Sting's the most exciting thing, isn't it? You know, he could have a
wild.
feud with Cody. He could have a feud with Darby Allin. No, it's
Him
so
coming out, do you know
exciting.
what? The snow coming through the whole thing. It was an exciting moment, and I don't even like Sting for me. Like I'm not a huge fan of Sting. I don't really care too much because when I was a kid, I watched WWE, so he was sort of a misnomer. So the only real deepness I've had with Sting really has been like his WWE stuff, which has been actively quite poor. But
Yeah, it was.
what a moment! What?
Yeah, I mean his theme music, by the way, his entrance music is just fantastic. Can I just say his entrance music? You know, the snow coming down, and I love it. I love Sting because I love TNA as well. TNA was my first.
TNA Sting is the Sting that I know, really. If we're being deep in about,
Yeah, he was really good. No, I love Sting, and I think I called it as well because when in his debut, the commentators really pushed hard that it's his first time on TNT in like 19 years. I was like, all right, well, he's going for the TNT Championship, obviously.
Yeah.
You know, of course, they wouldn't push that hard if he wasn't going to go for the TNT Championship and be the face of TNT again.
The face paint, everything. Just to get your opinion, Leeds to make 2 substitutions with Costa and Shackleton coming on for Alioski and someone else. Opinions?
Who else is coming off?
It's Costa and someone else. But
Harrison's coming off.
Oh, there you go.
Well, Alioski's a bit hit and miss. Like, he's a mental guy, and if you go on Discord and type in the gifs, Alioski, just search Alioski in the gifs.
Tom has told me about this before.
There's so many. Alioski is a mental guy, but no, he's not the best footballer. Definitely not Premier League quality. And I think I thought bringing Shackleton on would possibly be on the cards because I feel as though we did lose a bit in midfield in that first half. As I say, giving the ball away quite a lot. We didn't really have control in the midfield there. Yeah. But no, Costa on for Jack Harrison. I'm surprised by that. I thought Paveda would be the one to come on if he was going to take off Jack Harrison because Paveda's been excellent when he's been coming off the bench in the past few weeks. I really am a fan of Paveda, and be careful if he does come on this second half. I think he'll cause you a few problems. But Helder Costa's still good. You know, he's got Premier League experience. He's been capped by Portugal. He's a very good player. Yeah. But no, for me, I personally would have put Paveda on, to be honest.
And final score prediction before you go?
I still think 3-1. I think, you guys, you were good in that first half. I don't think you're going to replicate that in the second half, to be honest.
And actually, last question. If you were to describe Marcelo Bielsa as a wrestler, which wrestler would you say? Important questions for me now.
Jeez.
But I'm just being selfish at this point. I don't care.
I don't know. Marcelo Bielsa was a wrestler. I don't know, because he's a big bloke, so I don't know. Maybe Taz? Oh, Bully Ray. Bully Ray.
See, my brain went straight to like Mick Foley, just complete lunatic. Just complete madman. He's jumping off stuff. You're like, why are you doing that? It's working. What a boy. He's winning the show. You know what I mean? That was my instant reaction, but I respect that's a great shout.
Bully Ray or Mick Foley.
If you haven't already, subscribe to Ed. All Things Leeds. He does good stuff. Do go find him. Do go subscribe to him. Ed, enjoy the second half.
Thank you. I want to say thank you for letting me on, of course. And I got 100 subs in like 2 minutes, which is just unbelievable. So thank you everyone who's watching and subscribed.
You're welcome.
Really appreciate that. Sheezy, Rebecca, and everyone else. Thank you so much for supporting. Appreciate it.
No worries, man. No worries. Thank you for coming.
I'll be in the chat for the second half.
Yes, do again. Just abuse. He's not here, so just make sure if he does something stupid, just pull him up on it. Let Tom know he's being in it. Do you know what I mean? Just don't let him too lightly, because the chat they all like him a bit too much. They're not getting in there too much, So, but yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you, Ed. See you soon.
Thank you. See you later, mate.
There we go, Ed, ladies and gentlemen. Oh boy, as I said, subscribe to All Things Leeds if you haven't already. He does good videos, he generally does, and it's something you should all get involved with. But we're just going to be on the screen till Tom comes back. I could do this actually. If I do this, now I'm on Tom's side, and you can just see his face until it loads, and just hope for the best. hope for the best. Thank you everyone for joining. Let's just see who is in the chat and just thank them while we're here. Peach, Adrian, Ben, Chippy, David, David Kirker, David Moyes. Oh no! Oh, wait, if I do this, though, I come up. Oh, that was exciting, wasn't it? Thank you, David Cavica, David Moyes, Drippy M, Edward Still, Fosheezy, Graham, IronX, I say that every time. James, Rick, Jez Bish, Jim Stebbings, Ginge. Again, thank Ginge or Jim if you're losing the. Oh, my hand's here now. I'm such a child. John, thank Jim, Ginge if you're using the stream. What a boy. Discord link in the below. Major 84, Mark Gallagher, Rebecca, Sean, Teapot, Pixies, Vernon. Good to see you all. Thank you. Yeah, what should I talk on until top? I don't know what to do. Or I'll tell you what. It's me and the Christmas tree. There's been a problem. There's been a problem with it, Ben. But that's for another time. That's a story for another time on that. Hang on. We'll talk from here. It might sound a bit weird. I'm sorry. Story for another time. But it's a thing. Just realised my mouse is on the screen as well. This is what happens. Let me see if I can get Tom back. It'll just be like this. He's not back yet. We'll see what happens. Bielsa making substitutions is it wasn't surprising to me. He is one to make earlier subs. I want to see if we come out with a little bit of a different vibe. Let me move back a little bit. I'll tell you what, let's move back a bit, shall we? Just so I'm not so, zoomed in on. Let's just move back a bit. Let's have a look. Because that's what I think. I think I was expecting the change. Oh my god, come on. Move back down. Hang on. There we go. It'll have to stay like that for now. I was expecting that. I was expecting Bielsa to make some changes. I didn't think he was he's not a sort of manager who sticks to something that's not working. And so him to make these changes, like I say, I think Poveda was the one that I was thinking of as well, but only because his sort of reputation precedes him. Helder Costa is a good, like Ed said, who knows much better than I. He's a very good player. So I'm looking for us to come out something a little bit different. The Haller thing, I get what people were talking about. If we're being honest for a split second, I do understand what people were talking about. I think Fornals has been largely anonymous in the game so far. Bowen's had a sort of here and there game, maybe shooting from a bit too far. Maybe should be looking for a pass instead. But it is what it is. I don't know. It's an interesting situation at this point. I still can't decide which way it's going to go. And to be honest with you, I said 3-2 at the beginning, more in a sort of poke the bear kind of way. I don't know if I was saying it because I was vibing it necessarily, but I do think there is more goals in this game, and not just one, a couple more goals in this game. So we'll see what happens. We're looking. Declan Rice is sprinting through on goal here. He's got a couple of people either side of him. He tries a little step over. He's got a bit of space. Tried to stab the ball to Ben Rama, but couldn't make it. Leeds scuff it out. And I tell you what, although I agree somewhat with Ed's that I don't think Leeds have been fully in top gear or anything yet. And defensively, I don't think they've been very good. They've at least got okay positions. They've at least been in okay positions, especially when we've been running at them. Any of our players have been running at them. They've managed to find themselves basically in huddle round the what's the word I'm looking for? Just the attacking player. The attacking player. Which is if you can't do that and just get enough people around it. I'm trying to hold my microphone arm down and it's just it refuses to, which is the problem with springs. It's gone further up. You don't want that, do you? I'll tell you what, I'll just hold it like that. The problem is I've now got to find a place for this. I've switched my phone off. We're having a mare here. I'm gonna go like that. Give me a second. I'm gonna go like that. Wait a minute. My thing's loading. It's all gone wrong. Hang on. We'll go here a second. We'll go back to this one. There we go. My phone turned off. My flipping. It's all just gone. It's all gone Pete Tom. It's all gone Pete Tom. Stay. Right, I'll stay there for now. Okay. Now we're going to ring Tom again. We're going to try ring Tom again. Discord does this thing where if you, because we use Discord to record, if you've been in a call by yourself for 5 minutes, it just kicks you out of the call. I assume I was in a call for 5 minutes by myself. I assume that's what that was. So I'm seeing a lot of people saying something about Haller, so I suspect I'm going to see a Haller opportunity in a moment. Haller opportunity in a moment. Yeah, the Christmas tree is a whole thing, Ben. It's a whole thing. It's a long conversation. It's a long story. Let's have a little look at what's going on with him. Oh, we're back to this screen. Another decent opportunity. The ball's played into him. He gets the control and sort of hits it. Let's have a look at the replay. Kufau does the throw in to Bowen, who's in an offside position, but you can't be offside from throw-ins. That's how that works. He flicks it across, and to be fair, I was shocked he got there. I was shocked. I think as shocked as he was that he got the ball a little bit. He controls it, and then he just turns and hits it first time. And it's one of those ones where you say, if it's anywhere else in the goal, it potentially is a goal. But it's just straight into the thing. But it is what it is. It is what it is.
Hello, beautiful people. What have I missed?
Not much. Not much.
Sorry about that.
Leeds made 2 substitutions at half time.
They made 2.
Yeah, Costa and Shackleton have come on for
Big
Alioski and Jack Harrison.
So Jamie Shackleton will be going into left back then.
That's yes. Apart from that, not much. Not much. You missed some good fun technological problems I just had.
Did you? Oh, excellent. Sorry, I was just on the phone to Rebecca. I was just asking about for some reason back end of YouTube decided to just completely screw my Bruno Fernandes video today, and it's registering like nobody has liked the video, and it has no views, and I'm slightly concerned. So that's a stress in my life right now.
So you missed nothing.
Hi, Chris. Nice to see you. Chris Harris. Who is Chris Harris? Who is Chris Harris? Do I feel like I should know you, Chris Harris? I'm slightly concerned now. What's going on here? 1 second. I need to completely catch up. Fo, did I see your Discord DM? I did. I haven't checked.
Fo, I need to get back to you as well. I apologise. I was speaking to you when I was on the phone to someone else, and then I just forgot. I will get back to you, Fo. I apologise.
Apparently, so Haller missed a sitter as well. That was what I was describing as you came back. It was not a sitter, but it wasn't. What? Talk me through it. What happened? What happened?
Bowen cut in from the right, dinked it across, sort of reverse dink over the top to Haller, who was sort of standing about just off the 6-yard box, in between the 6-yard box and the penalty spot. It hits off his sort of groinal stomach area, and he sort of on the spin hits it. And it's one of those ones, you know, when someone hits the ball and you think if you've managed to get this ball anywhere else apart from there, the goalkeeper wouldn't have saved it, but you just happen to hit it straight at the goalkeeper. Do you know what I mean?
Right. Yeah. Okay.
One of them ones.
I appreciate that, Jez. That's it. This is Leeds are just doing stupid things. It's no idea, because I know I've liked it. I know Rebecca's liked it. I know my mum's liked it. I know that Ed has liked it. I know that you've liked it, Jez. I know there'll be a few other people that have liked it, but for some reason YouTube is just being a tool today, and it's not what you want to see. It's upsetting. It is upsetting.
It is what it is. Try and focus in though, Tom. Try and just refocus in on the football match at hand, and then worry about YouTube being a prick later on, because let's be real, they will continue to do that. Mikkel, I'll do it for him. It's after 32. Do go subscribe if you haven't already.
Yes, lock in with the match. Ed, apparently you're absolutely leathered. What is happening there? Have you been having one too many drinks at half time, my friend?
Tom, if you were to describe Marcelo Bielsa as a wrestler, who would you say?
Wild thing.
What, the song by? Is it, no, it wasn't.
I'm addressing him as a song. Wild Thing.
See, I said I said Mick Foley because he's a lunatic.
Yeah, that's why I want someone mad. Someone just unhinged.
I don't know.
Give me the most unhinged wrestler of all time.
Mick Foley, probably someone in ECW, if we're being honest about it. New Jack. He's truly unhinged, but that's not Marcelo Bielsa unhinged. That man's just... You ever heard of it? Do you know New Jack?
He's... no, I don't. His nickname is literally El Loco or something, isn't it?
El Loco, yes. Yeah.
El Loco.
So New Jack, right? Let me tell you a story about New Jack. New Jack was...
Darren Smith, I'm holding you to that, by the way. I want video proof if he does it.
If New Jack, right, was a wrestler in ECW, okay, which was the wildest of all the promotions, okay, and was well known for being a complete and utter lunatic. But I'm talking about in the most OTT way possible, and I'm not talking about he's acting a bit wild. I'm talking about legit. You'd be scared if you met him, right? To the extent where he got in trouble a couple of years ago, and by in trouble, serious trouble, because in the middle of a match in front of basically 2 people, he literally stabbed the guy.
Oh, you've shown me the video of this. I'm pretty sure, have you not?
Yes.
Yeah, you did, yeah.
So when you said the wildest wrestler, my brain went straight to New Jack. Obviously Marcelo Bielsa's wild in a different way, not a New Jack way, thank Christ.
Also, just Chris Benoit has to win the most unhinged.
I mean, he's up there. He's up there.
I mean, he is up there. You're right, he is up there. Or he may be down there. I don't know.
He's probably down there. Did I hear the New Jack Terry Rent? No, I have not heard that story. But I haven't watched... I need to watch the Dark Side of the Ring. I haven't watched any Dark Side of the Rings somehow, but I need to watch the New Jack one amongst others. All of them, to be honest. And they might talk about it there. But I've heard a lot of New Jack stories. I've seen his shoot interviews and stuff. He's a wild one.
Oh, big Robbie Snodgrass warming up.
He's a wild one. He's a wild one. At some point in time, I will have to run off.
No, that's absolutely fine, mate.
I've still not got you are this many stops away yet, so we'll see.
If Haller scores, I'll wear cock on my shirt all Christmas.
Love that.
I'm just... I get my cock out on Christmas. I live 15 minutes for the WWE Performance Center, and I'm close to the TNA Center at Universal in Orlando, says Sean Swadley.
Oh.
You are actually the envy of Charlie Walsh.
Welcome. The Performance Center. The home of the coronavirus, of course. They did not protect themselves too much.
Maya MCH, I haven't seen the first sort of 10 minutes or the second half, but he was probably West Ham standout player in the first half. He was very, 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 very good. Yeah,
he was, and in the second half, it's just been much for muchness.
Look at David Moyes, deep in discussion about substitution. Sub bingo, ladies and gentlemen. When are we saying? For sub bingo? I reckon he's going to go a bit earlier tonight. I'm saying 68th minute. 68th minute for me for sub bingo, I'm saying. I think he's coming in early tonight. He's seen the 2 changes by Bielsa, which is exactly what Man United did at the weekend, and you saw that one, how that turned out. I reckon he's going to have his hand forced. Yeah, it's scary. People don't wear masks still in some places. Stupidity. Just stupidity. 65th sub, 83rd is when Snoddy puts the winner in. 65th, 91st. I think he's going to go earlier. David Moyes tells someone in black to score. Oh, that's the dream, isn't it?
I can't believe David.
He's got 10 of them to choose from.
The 74th.
You're in 74th. That conversation with Paul Nevin told me that he was about to make a sub, or he was at least being tried to be persuaded. Like, come on, Gaffer, you need to make.
I know, but you have to remember once he's decided to make a sub, there's at least another 10 minutes till he actually gets on as well.
Marco has now texted me saying that Allaire is proper fucking shite, isn't he?
Rebecca is stealing the number.
Going for 69, of course you are. You detty bitch.
Yo.
Charlie, you need to watch. You need to watch. No, you need to watch Sex Education on Netflix.
You can't.
Nah, Sex Education. You detty pig.
That's unacceptable. Yo, I've muted him. He's not allowed to talk for a bit. He's not allowed to talk. That's I want you to turn around and go stand in the corner. Turn around. Okay, well, fair enough. Then don't worry about it. Then I'll let you back in.
No, of course I'm going to go do it.
Okay, good. Go stand in the corner. Look at the jammies. Look at the jam in the bed. In the bed. Get in the bed. There we go. Disgraceful behaviour. I'm waving at you.
I'm coming.
You can't see
I'm
me.
coming back.
I was waving at you. Right, you ready for this? Right, now get back in the bed.
You fucking asshole.
Oh, Rebecca with the 2, thank you very much. And then Foe with 5 for sub bingo, even. 67th minute double substitution. Bold, Foe. Bold. See, I'm saying 64.
I still like to say I've actually
sub, but bold.
I still like to say I've actually ended up in that bed.
Well,
Yeah, just if Maisie hasn't gone to sleep or she tries to keep jumping up onto my bed, I just have to go and lay in there with her for 5 minutes. It's big enough to fit me, as you can just see. It's actually very comfortable as well. Asking her if we could swap. Shay Tahana, that is peak. That's peak times. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry, Becca. I'm so sorry. But if you have watched Sex Education, the Detty Pigs, have you seen it, Charlie?
No. Asking me if I've seen anything is a fool's errand, and you know that more than anyone else. Charlie, have you seen something? No. Next question.
James Gunn, you're back in here, aren't you, with your rod? You've got your rod out, son. Here's another set piece for West Ham. Charlie, what are you doing with your microphone?
Trying not to have it in the way, but the springs loaded nature is you know what I mean? It's not useful right now.
Oh, Ben Rama.
It's not useful. But then again, that's what you have for having the cheapest microphone arm on Amazon. Spends all day on porn. Listen, half the day. You know, I spend half the day on PS5. The other half of the day, Darren. You know what I'm saying? Ben Rama went for goal there. Interesting choice from the free kick to go for goal. I probably wouldn't have done it, but there we go. David Moyes, Charlie is a proper lad. Thank you, Dave. I agree we should talk wrestling instead. Listen, can we just appreciate how David Moyes has just called me a proper lad? Tom, please. I know you're busy, but thank you. You're muted.
I should do it on stream instead.
Yeah. It's not that deep. He's such a bad boy.
Oh, look at me.
See, look, my microphone keeps going on. I can't bloody... Stay down.
I have that same discussion with myself most nights. Just stay. It's fine.
Look, bro, watch, right? I push it down.
No, let me talk about wrestling. I'm ready. I'm horny. I don't want to be horny anymore. I just want to be happy.
There we go. I only wish to be happy. What a fucking clip.
Be quiet, wench.
That
Don't want to be horny anymore.
I don't want to be. I only wish to be happy.
Just want to be happy. It's pretty cagey second half. It really is, isn't it? It's died down a bit. It's really died down a bit.
Yeah, the tempo, the atmosphere.
Sean, none of that in here, please. We won't just keep touching our mics. Oh, hello.
It's not.
Welcome to the ASMR West Ham versus Leeds stream.
I don't like this as much as you don't like this, everyone.
We're getting closer.
I've muted him. The thing is, he can still do it to me, though. But I have muted him from at least you lot. I'm just... Oh my Gideon. I'm very glad you were still muted. Jesus Christ. My God. Don't need that in my life. At all. No.
The thing is, I covered my mic so nobody could see it.
That was horrendous. That was truly horrendous.
Listen, ASMR, agony aunt, you get it all here on Amateur Chat Watch Alongs. You really do.
Every
The best
genre on
place to
YouTube.
be.
Yeah, listen. When Food Cab was in full bang, we were basically getting a mukbang as well. We could
We
hit
were.
every
Niche aspect of YouTube. Ben Rama! Oh, I'll tell you what, he has been very, 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 very good. He very much is. I'm listening to the commentator who's saying that Ben Rama is warming up again in this second half, which he is.
What time are you at?
67, 43, 44, 45, 46, 47.
Okay, I've
48.
somehow managed to time the timer perfectly with you, but I'm 20 seconds behind, so give me a hand.
Where is Maisie? I'll have a look. Shall we try and call her in? Maisie! 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 No, Siri, I don't want to talk to you. Come here. People want to see you. Come on. People want to see you. Come on. People want to come say hello. There we go. On the bed. Hello. You're going to come across here, are you? There we go. There she is. People want to say hello. This is a very tired puppy this evening. Very tired puppy. Very tired indeed. Hello, sweetheart. That's it now. She's departed. She can't be asked. She doesn't want to watch the football anymore. She doesn't want to watch the football anymore. She just wants to be happy. Oh, sorry, I just realised, yeah, Charlie's told me he's off stream. I did not see that. Hello, chat. Cute dog indeed. Oh, she's coming back, ladies and gentlemen. She has her Christmas blanket. Oh, what have you got? You're showing off, aren't you now? You're showing off to the stream, aren't you? Is this your little Christmas blanket, is it? You're showing off now. I am watching the game, I promise, chat. Here. Come on then, come here. Come here. There we go. Put your paw there. There you go. There we are, guys. We don't deserve them. We don't deserve dogs. She's not a Haller fan. No. Well, there you go. Maisie with the steel chair. Oh, there you go. She has the blanket, ladies and gentlemen. She has the blanket. Like I said, I do have one eye on the game. It is difficult when you have to deal with and dog. Is this your blanket, is it? You come to show the stream, have you? Yeah. If only you knew your fan club. It's ranged far and wide. Yes, it does. Are you smiling? Are you smiling, are you? Are you smiling? Who's a good girl? Who's a good girl? Maisie knows a real striker when she sees one. Of course she does. Of course she does. We'll lob her up front. I've seen her with balls in her mouth. See? Yeah. Yeah, well, there we go. Get tucked in, guys. Get tucked in. Okay. We're good. Except we're not, because my headphones have been pulled out. There we go. Ah, dear. How old is Maisie? She is 2. She is 2. You know the dog's not going to respond no matter how many times you ask the same question, Tom. It's a dog. It doesn't speak human. I know, but you have to talk to. You have to talk to them. You have to talk to your dogs. You have to let them know that they're loved. And she is a good girl. She really is. How is the Leeds gameplay? Can they score or not? Potentially. It's like I said, it's pretty cagey affair right now. It's not lived up to the billing in the second half, unfortunately. Could probably use her on the scouting team. Listen. Let me tell you about this dog's senses. She scouts.
She could sniff out a top class footballer from up to 50 yards.
Literally, honestly, no word of a lie. Whoa, Meslier, bloody hell, well done, Allaire, getting your tackle in. She went in one time, bless her, into the woods. She come out, and I thought, she came out with this big, what looked like a a decoy in her mouth, because there's a lot of farms around here, a lot of farmers shooting and whatnot. I thought she'd come out of the woods with a decoy, but what she actually came out with then started flapping about in her thing. And she catches pheasants for fun, is what she does. But the thing is with these dogs, in her the nature of the dog she is, being a gun dog and whatnot, really by trait, she has very soft jaws, so she doesn't bite down in it. But she wasn't taught that. That is just a natural instinct that they have. They have a natural instinct. Who is the better team so far? Second half, probably I'd say Leeds at this point. We are camped on the edge of their box. LA gives the ball away again. It's unfortunate. If any team's looking like they're going to score, it's going to be Leeds at this point. Ed's saying that they're bringing Tyler Roberts on, which is just strange. Somebody is down. Cresswell is back up. Charlie boy, my dog speaks English and rolls joints.
You'd have to see it.
Dare I say, Jared Bowen shifts it onto his left foot, tries to bend it round. Dare I say, do you see these things, and does the dog speak to you after you've rolled the joint, CB? That's the real question.
That's the real question.
Yeah.
Talk to me about Tyler Roberts. I don't really know anything about him.
He's a bit hit and miss. I don't understand why they would not just go Poveda. But I guess you've already put Helder Costa on, so at that point, he's not going to take Rafinha off. He's okay. He's not great. He's not quite Carlin. He's not really fast by any stretch of the imagination either. He's just about, as Ed said, he can probably talk about Tyler Roberts. Every time I've watched him, he's not really ever done anything for Leeds, to be honest.
What type of striker is Tyler Roberts, Ed?
Snoopy Doggy Dog. Listen, never talked to you about Snoop Dogg. He was just so good.
He's turning up in AEW this week. Get hyped.
His performance at the Tyson fight, my word, he was so good.
Get him on all of them.
Call the ambulance. Call your people. Yeah, the bench. Unless we stick Craig Dawson up top, it's just not happening for us to like. You're talking about Cam Brady again tonight? No, unfortunately not. People saying Fornals. Oh dear, has he missed another sitter? Please tell me he hasn't. He's been a lovely ball through Fornals, and he's fallen over, and it's just wide of the post.
He tries to hit it. I'm about a second behind you now. He tries to hit it, and he's sort of slightly out of his reach, and he tries to angle it back, and it's a good try, but it's not quite there. It's not quite there. Maybe we should.
Can we just a penny for her thoughts? A penny for her thoughts right now, guys. A penny.
Uno penito.
Harry Swithenbank, shout out. Yeah, no, thank you, Harry. I do appreciate the kind words. I did see them up there before. I apologise. I think you said you're a Leeds fan as well, which is very nice of you. Do appreciate that. See, it's just every time you think that West Ham are out of the game and Leeds are starting to come back into it, all of a sudden West Ham have a little run themselves and they come back into it. It really is. It is an end-to-end game at the minute. Fornals has missed many a big chance. I think he's missed like 6 or 7 big chances supposedly in games so far in terms of stats. It's been alarming the last few weeks. It is the time is now to try and make a change. Maybe get Lanzini on. Again, who do you go to? Because there's not a lot of pace really on the bench. Lanzini's the only real creative player, I think, we want to say, that we've actually got on the bench. Whip ball in by Soufal. Header across! Melier with an absolute stunning save. Charlie, if you want to go through that.
Yeah, the ball comes across. I think it's Balbuena who gets his head onto it. And Melier, again, it's that one where he's going the other way and has to stick out his hand and manages to get a strong hand to it. Leeds end up clearing it. It's a good save. Good save.
Strong hands, strong wrists.
Good save, and it's another set piece opportunity from West Ham there. But I think it was Balbuena. Good save, solid save, big plays from the Leeds goalkeeper.
He is so good.
I would probably talking about something. I'd maybe take off Fornals for Lanzini.
Get Ryan Fredericks on. Get a bit of pace to burn up top.
You could watch Ryan Fredericks for Kufal. I wouldn't be against it.
So we've not seen a sub, have we?
Nope.
And we're in the 77th minute. It's just, the mind boggles. So the guy on the right is a West Ham fan, and the other is a Leeds fan. Charlie, are you a Leeds fan?
Yeah. From Leeds, up the Ellen Road.
But we did have Leeds on earlier.
Shout out to Mark Viduka.
I love Harry Kuehl, me. What a man.
Last time we were really any good, but shout out to Mark Viduka. Let's go.
Who are you going to bring on? Just anyone, really. The only pacey person on the bench, which is Ryan Fredericks, I'd do that for a start. I'd bring him on at right wing back for Soufal. Not that he's been bad, but just give him some pace. And I'd also bring Lanzini on, like Charlie said, for 4 hours probably at this point. But then again, Ben Rama's been our most creative player tonight. There's nothing really else that he can do. All the time we keep coming close, then no change. But that's the thing, isn't it? Is there's just no end product really here, unfortunately for us. We can have all the chances in the world, but it's just not happened.
I'm looking at it, and I think that's the 2 changes I would make. Fredericks and Lanzini on for Kufau and Fornals. Fornals, I think, has been largely absent in this game. He's not really done much apart from fluff that chance, and he didn't fluff it. To be fair, it was a difficult chance. I think there's not much has been going on. So I feel like potentially those were the 2 I'd make. Get Fredericks on just for Kufau, just to offer something a little bit different. He just gets in slightly different positions than him, and it can change things to an extent, So we'll see.
What was it? 89th minute, we will bring on Dawson. Oh, listen, I am hyped as ever. If Craig Dawson gets his debut, could you imagine? Steals the limelight. 89th minute winner. Craig Dawson goes up for an header. Bang! Nods it home.
Ted is turning a little bit into Russ here. So you love to hear it.
What?
Nothing. Shout out to Ted.
I'm not going to look at the chat. I'm quickly... Mother, have you spoiled it again for me? You've spoiled it again. Has she done a Mario?
She has done.
I successfully avoided the chat. You absolute buffoon, you. I haven't even seen it yet. Oh, Bonner. Thanks, Mother. Really appreciate that.
It's a good free kick. Put into a good area. Ogbonna peels off at the back. His man loses him. The Leeds defender behind him tries to come in and get the header ahead of him, but just can't do it. And Ogbonna, it's a bullet header. I mean, it's one of those ones where he just sort of glances it and angles it into the net because the pace that it was whipped in with was pretty great. Did you see who took the free kick?
No, I didn't. What a header that is. Antonio Ed.
But it was a great header. 2-1. 2-1. As you said, it's mad, isn't it? To see that we felt like we were sort of just this game was dying out in Leeds' favour, and then a goal.
Angelo Godbonner, what a man!
£5 from Foshizi, thank you. West Ham third kit, West Ham set pieces, yes. Doing big plays.
But what's worse is because I've got this headphone in and this headphone in here, the microphone is picking up whatever else happens into the house.
Yes.
So I can't hear if she screams. The only people that can hear is you and Charlie. So, I'm gonna kill her. And this is the best thing is that I'd actually missed it from the chat. I actually managed to survive any spoilers from the chat.
I did consider not spoiling it for you, but
top 4 contenders, of course, Glenn. Of course, the ball was from Questwell. Of course, it was. What an absolute man. The Ogfather.
Noble's coming on. Johnson.
Godbonner. That's quite alarming to me, the fact that he's about to bring Ben Johnson on instead of Ryan Fredericks. What on earth Ryan Fredericks did wrong?
The rumours in the
I've seen that.
In Twitter was that he was happy to get rid of Ryan Fredericks and keep Johnson and Kufal being the right back options, which I don't disagree with, to be fair, but Noble's the interesting one for me. Who's he change? I guess he changed to a more traditional 4-3-3 type setup, I guess. You take off Fornals, maybe?
I'll pay you to slap Stan. Nah, you can't do that. I'll just slap him back. It's all right. I'm still taller than him, just by a little bit. It's fine. You've not seen the gun show here. I would knock him spark out, mate.
Spark out.
Jeffrey Stelly, Frederick should be very insulted. He played well. That's what he should be very insulted. He literally was just unreal in the first month of the season. Like he was a game changer for us. He was big in some of those wins that we had before Leicester, specifically like Wolves and that. Like he was actually very good creating chances. It's Mama Robinson, unfortunately, folk. We share different surnames. That's it. So unfortunately, it's never Mama Athers, Ted, or Mrs. Robinson.
What, like the Beatles?
Line is to you, Mrs. Robinson. Is it Jesus loves you more than you will know? Paul Harrington. Tom, has your mum told you already what you are getting for Christmas?
Ben, yeah. She walked into the house one day and just went, Pokemon cards. So Noble one for Ben Rama.
It was Simon and Garfunkel, wasn't it? If I'm being correct.
I honestly don't know.
Is Moyes reverting to a back seven?
That does sound more like a Simon and Garfunkel song. Now I think about it, it's not. It doesn't sound like a Beatles song. More than you will know. Interesting that Ben Rama's come off for Noble. I would assume he's putting Fornals on the left and going back to a 4-3-3. Would be my guess.
Because that makes sense. Let's take off one of the most pacey players that we have in the team, and let's leave Fornals on when we could have just replaced Fornals for Noble and put Ben Rama through the middle. But yeah. Also, Johnson on makes no sense to me. Absolutely makes zero sense to me.
Wait, hang on. Kufar's still on?
Yeah.
So who did he come off for?
Yes, he is.
Cresswell? Is he coming on at left back?
Potentially, yes. Potentially.
Or have you gone to a back three, put Cresswell there, and then put Johnson at left wing back? Who did he come... For God's sake, I missed it. Right, okay. I was too confused about the Ben Rama thing. Sorry, the chime is gonna stop for a second.
Also, do I know what my mum was getting me for Christmas? It probably just I think it was money mainly more than anything. Because I got to put it back into my YouTube channel, innit? So.
He's only just coming on now. So he hadn't come on yet. I see.
Riley James Reddington, take 5, my dude. No slinging that about, my G. This would be a good win for us away from home again on the road. We've picked up some massive points in places that we didn't think we could. Obviously, it's not...
Bowen.
So he is going for a back 7 then, it appears.
For Bowen?
Bloody hell.
So... Okay.
The commentators say we've just switched to a back 5. Weren't we already a back 5? No, we're a back 4, isn't it?
Yeah, we were a back 4 today. But... What... But how? So hang on, you take off Bowen, so let's say in theory Johnson goes at left wing back and Cresswell goes into left centre back, right? So then that gets you your back 5. You then have Noble, Rice, and Souček, and then Haller and Fornals.
It's 10 men behind the ball and Sebastian Haller at this point. 9 men behind the ball and Sebastian Haller in the thing.
Okay.
Ben, I thought we were back 5. 1,000 apologies. Hey man, polio. 1,000 apologies. Shout out to Family Guy there. I absolutely love that. Excuse me, coming through. Excuse me. Yeah, we are going to be under the metaphorical cosh for the last 4 minutes. I mean, he's really laid out a statement there, putting basically 10 men, 11 men and Haller behind the ball. Expects big camp manoeuvres from Leeds in the next 5 minutes from us. Who's this? I love how they just pronounce Souček's name as Sourcheck. Great from the commentators. Whoa, boys. Just a little bit of possession football. That's all we need. That's all we need. Oh, look at it. And now we start to bop it about. Oh, my God, Haller's free in the middle. Oh!
That is a great save. That is a great save. I mean, out of nowhere to find a reaction save that good. That Haller's face there, as if to say, "What the f am I meant to do?" Like, that was a great save. That was his best save of the game so far for me. For the ball to come out in that quick from such an awkward angle where he's not going to know which way it's going, to make a reaction save like that, that is unreal. That is unreal. Fair play. What a save. What a save.
Yeah, it's again, that's what you get with Sebastian Haller that you don't necessarily get with a Mikel Antonio, is the technical ability. Saying that, Mikel Antonio did score an overhead kick of some sorts against Man City, but still, you know,
Leeds keeper he's really. How do you pronounce his name?
I imagine if it was the French way, it'd be like Millier, but Meslier is usually the way I just end up going.
He's really good, isn't he? Like, I've seen him a couple of times, and I saw him a couple of times last season, and I saw him here, but like in a couple of times in Prem.
Do you know what the big thing was? Was because it was the big ordeal when Kiko Casilla was subjected to the racism stuff, we've hit the post.
What the hell just happened?
What the hell?
The ball just sort of floated across the box and it hit the post.
What the hell? He obviously, when Kiko Casilla was replaced, he kind of came in and everyone was a bit like, whoa, this babyface, Ed said, the baby-faced assassin himself. And he was just pulling out all manner of saves. He was absolutely on fire and pretty much just, well, I don't think Casilla's really played a game since. It's because Casilla's he's like a Roberto. He's very like out of his goal, making rash decisions, you know, whereas Meslier is more calm and composed. Big save.
Ed says it's pronounced Meslier.
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 Yeah, it makes sense. The French don't pronounce the Meslier. Kiko Casilla is shite and a racist. He just did some silly things, didn't he? There's a few times I watched him play last year, and he was just wild in his movements.
Because I thought he probably would have been a good signing for Leeds, but it just didn't work out, did it?
He was at the start, hence why he got the famed, Kiko Casilla, Pablo Hernandez.
I don't know if that was famed, but sure, yeah.
He's Pablo Hernandez, Kiko Casilla.
I think you're too attuned
Kiko
to the Leeds beat.
I don't know what the exact tune is, but yeah.
Yeah,
we are massive.
You called it famed.
We are massive. Come on, you wire. Come on, you wires.
Come on, you irons.
Come on, you irons. Leeds came so close to scoring. In about a second from, I imagine, we're about to see any second now. We are into 4 minutes of injury time. Fabianski, safe hands. Safe hands.
It's a good ball in. I don't know who from, but Rodrigo gets in between both of the centre-backs, and the header, similar to the Haller situation, where you feel like if you get it literally anywhere else in that goal, that's in. And Fabianski just has to catch it. Just catch it.
To be fair, Fabianski, any other side of Fabianski that's going in, he just happens to be in the right place at the right time.
Yeah, exactly.
Good luck, good judgment, you decide. Do you know what's really interesting? This game was billed to be, high scoring affair, which I guess we've kind of had. And also, it was Declan Rice versus Calvin Phillips. I would argue that they've both done absolutely shit all in this game for both teams. I think Rice and Calvin Phillips have both been non-existent at times.
I'd agree.
It literally for two of the best players that we have in both of our teams, they have both been absolutely shite this evening, which is fair enough. So the debate will go on again until the London Stadium. Ben, can't lie, I don't rate Calvin. Right, Ben, just take yourself to bed. It's past your bedtime. Start practicing that Champions League song, Bonnie Hammer. You're damn right, son. Get it ready, boys. The Champions League song. We are here. You need to. Yeah, I was gonna say you need to practice up on that, mate. That's not. The champion.
You missed about 18 doo-doos there. How dare you, sir?
The
Champion. Wait, I'll do the background.
Hi, welcome to the 200 of you that have obviously joined in right at the back end of this live stream. It's been a stressful evening. We're both very tired. If you are in here just before we jump into Gonzo's review with Gio after full time, don't go anywhere. We will drop the link for you in the live chat. Give you a little phrase to say as well. If you haven't already, do drop a like on the video, subscribe to Hammer's Chat, check out the Patreon in the description. If you want to come join us in the Discord, join lots of different West Ham fans, Leeds fans, other fans of different clubs, loads of different topics and stuff like that. Just come get involved. It's a great time in it's a great time to get involved. All right, that's all I would say. It's a great time to get involved. But other than that, this has been 3 points I don't think that we thought we'd probably come away with tonight, which is quite crazy at this point. We have a minute to hold out, but we've actually, at times, we've looked porous, but at times, and again, we have looked.
I don't think we've necessarily I don't know.
It's not a game we don't deserve 3 points in, put it that way. We still have yet to hit top gear. We do it for like 40 minutes a game, if that.
Yeah. Yeah, it's wild. I don't know how we've managed to pull this one off, to be honest, but we have, well, seemingly.
As Agent Whitfield says there, 20 points before Christmas. Crazy days. 20 points. If you'd have looked at those fixtures and said that we're in around the top 5 at Christmas, it's absolutely crazy. And there it is. The full-time whistle has just gone. West Ham beating Leeds United 2-1 away at Ellen Road. I mean, fair play to David Moyes. At half-time, we said, what game plan has he got in the second half? And fair play, it wasn't a great game plan because we didn't end up doing much for the first 25 minutes. It was there for either side for the taking. But set pieces, which has been Leeds' downfall, as Ed was saying in the build-up to the show, all year long. And we are capitalising at set pieces. We are so good in the set piece department at the minute. It's absolutely mental. The position that we're in, the position where Moyes has got us to, we've got Palace midweek. I'd say it's a winnable game, depending again which Palace team ends up showing up. But fair play, Angelo Godbonner coming in with the winner. Don't tell me he shouldn't have won Premier League Player of the Month. We are halfway to safety. The cat and the dog are about to fight because they're both now in my room.
We are. We had a quick Robert Snodgrass cameo right at the end, just for the Leeds faithful. To see, see him rock up again.
So whilst we wait, like I said, we will drop the link in here any second now. As soon as Gio and Gonzo go live, you won't have to go anywhere.
Thank you once again to everyone for joining. We do obviously appreciate it. We will be back on Wednesday, apparently, for the Crystal Palace game. Something we both need to look up. We'll be back for that game, of course. As Tom said, subscribe if you're new around here. Smash that like button and all that good stuff. Patreon.com/Hammers Chat is the place to go and look if you wish to get involved in that side of things. We do genuinely appreciate it. Thank you to Ed from All Things Leeds, of course. Go check them out as well. All Things Leeds, great channel. That puts us up to 5th in the table, Tom. What is the phrase you want?
The phrase to say in Gio and Gonzo's stream is going to be in all capital letters, God Bonner. All one word. God, I'm going to put it in the chat now for you. I want to see this spam in the review. There is the review link now. I've chucked it in for you. I want to see God Bonner in the chat in all caps. Not this chat, that link chat.
Lob it in the linked chat. Go and watch their review. Enjoy it. I hope you do. Big win for the boys. We'll see you on Wednesday. Tom, say goodbye.
See you later. Like I said, I want to, when I go in there in a second, I want to see in all caps, I want to see God Bonner. I want to see it.
God Bonner, everyone. See you later. Love you lots. Be safe. You have love. Whatever Adam says. Bye.